Really good. Really, really, really good. I think Malfoy might have been the first kid, because I know a lot of people always go to Game of Thrones of like, that kid was the worst. Couldn't wait for him to die in the show. I think Malfoy might have been the first one for me. Like, oh, I hate you.
I've heard that. I'm well aware about that, though.
Yeah, that might be right. Actually.
Which is funny because he's part of Slytherin. And I love Slytherin, but watching him just go against Harry when I was younger was just like, oh no, you got to go. Somebody do some kind of spell. He got to get the hell up out of here. But welcome everybody to an all new episode of GVN Talk. Did we do an episode last week? No, right? Did we?
No.
No?
I don't know.
We need a receptionist. That's what we need. I can't keep up with them. I do too many shows. But if we did not, welcome back. If we did, welcome back. We have a fun episode in store for you guys today. We have a newcomer, so I want to start off with introducing Jayla. Welcome, Jayla, to GVN and GVN Talk.
Thank you. I'm so excited. This is super exciting.
Absolutely. You were running a Twitter space a few days ago that I had popped into because I thought Tristan was running it, but then I popped in and I'm like, oh, he's just a listener too. And I was listening for a while and I'm like, you sound awesome at this. Like, let me reach out. Trayvon, I think that's how me and you connected. Ash, I know we connected doing that 18-hour Justice League Snyder Cut podcast.
Oh my god.
The 1 year anniversary. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I have nightmares about that podcast. I always thought I was about that long podcast life till I did that podcast. And it was just like, oh, this isn't ending anytime soon. It just
sounded like fun. I wish I was a part.
You say that, Trayvon.
It was really fun. I don't know.
I'm sure I would have had fun.
It was really fun. I
had a blast, but I know that I was told it started at 4 and I blinked and it was 11:30 at night. I don't know where the time went, but I know it was long. That's all.
But it didn't feel long though.
It didn't, but it did. It did. It was one of those. You know what it was, Ash? It was one of those, when you're having a lot of fun, but then you look at your watch and you're like, shit, I've been here for hours. And then it's like, oh, it's been a long time. But it didn't
I agree with that.
Feel like it. Yeah. Because I tell you, when I looked down at that watch and said 8:30, where did the 4 hours go? Yeah, it was long. But anyway, welcome to the family. As you can see, we are a crazy bunch. Do not judge us. But no, welcome to the family. And as you guys see, Trayvon, in his glory of his background, he's over there in Hogwarts somewhere, probably bugging the hell out of somebody over there. I was going to say Dumbledore, but he would ignore. He would ignore you. Dumbledore would do some kind of spell to say, "Okay, you can't keep coming here." But what's going on, Trayvon? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great. One of my first fandoms seems like we're finally getting the game we always should have got. It's finally coming. It's hopefully it's this year. That's what they tell us. I'm really trying not to get my hopes up anymore. Like the trailer did it for me, and then I'm not gonna lie, I was watching the trailer, I was hype, and then I saw Holiday, and Holiday. Okay, all right, we'll see. That's how I felt. I'm real excited for the game. Holiday's a long time away. I'm just saying. That's what I'll say. Yeah.
I mean, look, you're not wrong, but I found out, especially from 2020 to 2022, you blink and it's just like, shit, 2023.
Yeah.
Like what? Yeah. Where did it go? Because I can tell you, from the moment the Batman was announced to the moment we got a casting, to the moment we got our first trailer, and then to the moment we sat in that theater to watch it, I swear to God, I thought I was 50. Like, I thought a lifetime had passed. It felt that long, but it wasn't that long, right? So I'm like, to get from where you are now to December, it'll be there before you know. It'll be there.
I guess my trepidation is, okay, so yes, I love this, but I also got scarred with, I think when they announced the Spider-Man PS4 game, I literally bought a PS4 in anticipation for that game. They got delayed. And then I finally got the damn thing. It was great. Yes.
I will say that sucks because they came out with a Spider-Man bundle.
I was so pissed. I was so mad. I was like, I wanted that one, but I was like, no, I ain't buying another one. Fuck that. Like, I already got a PlayStation. I'm not talking about buying another one. Yeah.
Well, I will say this, Trayvon. Before you know it, the pre-orders will be open, and then it'll be real. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a game open pre-orders and then push itself. So once you get pre-orders,
Spider-Man did it. Spider-Man
opened pre-orders and then
definitely in pre-order.
Okay. Well, be a little scared. But look, Spider-Man came out. You played it. You loved it. So just have that mindset that this game will come out. You'll love it. It'll be everything you wanted it to be, and we'll be good. All right. Okay. All right. So that was not our full Hogwarts conversation. I'm gonna give Trayvon his just due. Yes. So that was just his opening. So but also welcoming in Ash. What's going on, Ash?
Hello. I am happy to be here. Hello. Welcome.
And you saw the Batman, right?
No, I did not.
She'll see it next month. She'll see it next month.
No, not even then.
Won't? Really? I thought you said you was want to get on HBO Max.
I know, and then I changed my mind because WB done still pissed me off some more. So I said, nope.
You can't put that on Batman.
You know what? Yes, I can.
I'm gonna pass the baton on that note. Welcoming in Joel. What's up, Joel?
Hello.
What's going on, man? It's funny, speaking of the Batman, because Kanan asked me yesterday. He was like, how many times have you seen it? And he was waiting for me to say like 6 to 10. I'm like, just the once. And he was just like, I'm sorry, what? I'm like, yeah, I got really busy and I haven't been able to see it again. And like, when he said that, I was just like, well, I got to go buy tickets. Now I got to go see it 6 more times to live up to what he was expecting my answer to be. But Ash, you are robbing.
But you talked it up because you talked yourself up so big about how many times you was gonna go see it, and look at you, not even holding true to those expectations.
Didn't matter. You want to know why?
Lying to the audience.
Want to know why it didn't matter?
Lied to the audience.
That one time.
You lied to the audience.
That one time was
you
the
lied
greatest theater
to the audience. You lied.
I lied to the audience.
Yes, you did.
Said you were gonna see it.
No,
you said you weren't going opening week, but you were going
just like
to
High School Musical. Nope. No, I did not.
You did. You did. But no, it was one of the richest theater experiences ever.
I also I hate the theaters. I really do.
That's no excuse.
No. I genuinely do. No. And they almost ruined. What was it? What was the last big movie that came out? That Marvel movie.
No Way Home.
No, not No Way. No, yeah.
Endgame.
No. They almost ruined the Eternals experience for me, and then they almost ruined No Way Home experience for me. So, even more validation.
I will say, in a world where Warner Brothers gave us everything through streaming for all of last year, I saw Suicide Squad at home, not in theaters.
I didn't.
So I am very much. You haven't seen it?
No.
Okay. I'm very much someone that will.
You gotta stop looking at her weird. She's already said she's not watching anything more.
Exactly. Like, come on now.
Stop asking her.
If I can watch something at home, I would watch something at home. But I will say that there are some movies that it's just like you just can't. And the Batman was something that I'm glad I didn't put off. Because that was just such an enriching experience. And to me,
I'm happy for the people that saw it. I'm glad y'all got to see it, and I'm glad that it got that Reeves and like the and the cast, like they got the love and the support that they needed, and that they deserve that. Like,
which, by the way, outside of Tom and Zendaya, I have to say Zoe and Rob are probably the greatest two to be interviewed I've ever seen. It's just so much fun. They just love the characters so much that like it just radiates. I think I've watched almost everything that they've done in their press tour, like I did with Tom. They just work so goddamn well together.
Like, they didn't give out spoilers.
I love it, man. Hey, look, we got to give Tom credit. He didn't spoil it. He didn't spoil anything for No Way Home.
He's a terrible lying face though. Like they asked some questions and then he was like.
Andrew did a
I mean,
good
bro,
job, though.
nothing is funnier than the press tour they did right before the movie came out, where the guy was asking Tom about the scene where it looks like something's kicking Lizard, right? And no, I'm sorry, that's not what it was. I'm sorry.
They were asking Zedaya's falling.
Yes, where she was falling, and Tom was just like, "Oh, I wasn't there," and it was just like, what? And he was just like, like it was like, you let it out, Tom. You just can't help yourself, bro.
Oh my god.
He said, "Look cool." I wasn't there.
Right. He was like, "Yeah, look cool." I wasn't there. It was like, aren't you Spider-Man? What do you mean? They gonna see the scene. And he was just like, "Oh shit." I meant I was there, yeah. I was there. But you know what? I stopped blaming Tom because I see it like this. Trayvon, if they made another Harry Potter movie and you were a lead character in it, I know you'd spoil the hell out of that movie. I could just talk to you once and you'd tell me the whole script.
Yeah, see, I would rather not. I wouldn't do. I feel like Tom should be like, "I'm sick," and I should just stay home because I couldn't do that. Can't, especially end game. And that ain't no way. That's why they paired him with people.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, if I was an extra in the Batman, I would have spoiled that shit. I would have spoiled it. Like, Juwan, were you in the Batman? I sure was. You know that scene during the at the opening at the train set? Yeah, I'll spoil that whole shit. That's what I'm saying. I can't blame him because I do the same thing. I do the same thing. You know? So I used to tell my siblings what they got for Christmas. So that's just my personality. So I understand you, Tom. No judgment here. But all right, let's get into it. There's been a lot of reviews to come out, positive reviews. Trayvon, I'm looking here in your topics. Thank you again, Trayvon.
That was so random. I don't know. I don't know what I wrote.
I know
I was like,
the topics are fine.
This.
It was fine. There were a few things that I was like, well, we're not going to do that. But, you know, the Wanda one, you clearly knew we weren't going to do that, right?
Wait, what?
Why not?
That will not be a topic.
No, that's rude. That's rude.
That 100%
pick and choose.
Yes, 100% as the host, I can pick and choose.
No, you
1,000%.
No, that is rude. Wow, so you mean to tell me I went back and looked up the topics for no reason? Yes. And now we're not even doing one of the topics?
Yes. The topic, Joelle, was Wanda versus Strange. Who wins?
I like that.
I'm not doing that.
Exactly. That's what I said. Exactly. There's no way that's happening. There's just no way that's happening.
I just want the chaos. I just want to see what people say.
No,
I want the entertainment.
Purely knowing what Trayvon will say is why there's no need.
We're because they're gonna die. That's all. That's my thing.
But no. So speaking of Marvel, we did get our first official trailer for Miss Marvel. What an experience that was! It looked like everything I had hoped it to be. I enjoyed it very much. I know Joelle, we talked about ad nauseum about how she gets her powers and whatnot. But what I do like about how she gets her powers is it mirrors exactly how Monica got it and exactly how Carol got it. So I'm like, that's kind of pretty cool. That's kind of pretty cool. But I will say this. I have no problem with them changing her abilities, mainly because if I could get past Shang-Chi, which it took a while for me to get past that shit, someone with no powers, you giving them an inkling of anything, always rubbed wrong with me. I saw the movie and I just didn't care. I just really
brilliance.
I didn't care. I still don't agree with you, Trayvon, but I just didn't care. Like, it just didn't bother me. So seeing this, I feel the same way. Her character seems adorable. It seems fun. It seems very inclusive, but yet bringing awareness to her culture. So I love everything about it. I can't wait to see, for us to get the experience of seeing, because I do believe, I don't know anything, I do believe that end credit scene will be Captain Marvel in some way, shape, or form. And I just can't wait to see her experience seeing her hero, and us experiencing that all at once. So I'm very excited for the series. I'm glad it comes out in June, right? It said June?
June 8th.
June 8th. So actually that's really good for She-Hulk, because that means She-Hulk will probably get a September, October release. They might put What If in between Miss Marvel and the next live action. So I hope they do that. But Jayla, I want to start off with you. What were your thoughts on the first trailer for Miss Marvel?
Oh, I loved it. Miss Marvel is actually a character that I like always kind of related to when she came out, especially with the age I was when she came out. I saw a lot of discussion about the changing of her powers and how they felt like it wouldn't reflect her story arc, but I think it still can. We don't really see her powers much in the trailer, but I thought it was wonderful. It brought a lot of feeling of Spider-Verse to me for me with the style, how stylized it is. I think it's a really great opportunity to explore her character. I think it's gonna be good. I have high hopes.
Yeah, I'm with you. And look, if they want to change it, no problem. All I ask is, as long as I can still get Embiggen, that's really all I care about. As long as I can still get that where she grows really large, that's really all I care about. Whether that's, you know, because it looks like her gauntlets is what really kind of harnesses some of that ability.
And we see her hands do the thing.
Right, the Embiggen punch. So I'm like, if we can still get a form of Embiggen, I'm fine, because I'm like, that's what separated the character from Reed Richards. You don't see Reed Richards grow massive, right? So it's like, well, that's the one thing you should keep that separates her from Reed Richards. If that's your thought process and why you decided to not go about that. So again, I don't have a problem with it. Like you said, and I'm glad you actually brought up that example, because it does feel like Into the Spider-Verse. It does feel very, you know, we're getting an inside look of her mind, not just like what she's going, just her everything, right? So I'm very excited. I can't really tell who the villain is, but I think this is one of those shows where I don't really care. Like Moon Knight, his villain is very whatever, but they changed it to make it more interesting, right? So to me, I kind of feel like that's probably what Miss Marvel is going to do. Take a villain that you may or may not know and just make them cooler. So unless the villain is like a major villain, I usually don't care. But Joel, I'll go to you. What were your thoughts on this Miss Marvel trailer?
Well, I'll say it was shocking. I didn't expect it to come out, so it was a nice surprise. And I really enjoyed it. It wasn't very long, but it got to the point, and I also felt like that Spider-Verse feel to it, or even a Homecoming feel to it, like in high school. I'm like, I like that. I was like, it still kind of feels that way because it is the same world, so it's like it fits perfectly. Obviously, there's this whole giant debate about her powers and the embiggening abilities, and I don't know what the plan is, but I considering her powers and originally origin is from the Terrigen Mists, and we don't have Inhumans yet. To me, it makes sense to not include it. So they're gonna have to switch it up. If they're gonna include her now, they have to switch the way she gets her powers. So that means you don't use the Terrigen Mist right now. So looks like it's attached to her bangles or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
There's this history with Captain Marvel and the Nega bands or even the Quantum Band. So I don't know. It could be something like that, because I think the Nega bands are connected to the Kree. So if there isn't any type of connection, it just makes a lot of sense, especially that considering she's going to be in the Marvels movie. I like this. The effects look good. The characters look interesting. So I just look forward to seeing it play out, you know, because I think we got a look at the costume, looks good. So I'm like, they hit a lot of the point. Like I'm not gonna complain about what everyone else is complaining about, but basically I enjoyed the trailer and I look forward to seeing more of it.
I mean, look, and you made a great point, and that's why I was leaving it open for you to hit on that, Joel. What I think is really interesting is we could get, like, Feige could, the next big thing he does, announce the Inhumans, right? And what could happen is between now and obviously we know the Marvels comes out, where Kamala will reprise her role with Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau. Mm-hmm. You could have something to where the gauntlets break. And like she goes through the whole, I don't have any powers, I'm not special. And then you bring in the Terrigen Mists, you bring in the Inhuman story, she gets it, and now she has the actual powers that we know her to have. And you just put a twist on it. So it's not necessarily like she's expanding like Reed Richards does, but you're still embodying the embiggening. So I'm like, there's a way to do it to where it still lines up to where fans want. But you just give us a more different story for her origin. You know what I'm saying? Because I would love to see this character when she gets low and she kind of feels like, I don't have my powers, so I'm not special. And then she figures out her powers aren't what made her special. And then she actually gets the powers. Right. And now it's like, okay, I have the confidence now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go through that finding myself and whatnot. So I'm like, there's a way to do it to where it works for everybody. But also, the people that are complaining, I want to remind you guys, the MCU has been around since 2008. They have done this since 2008. They make their changes. They want things to be different. Get over it. It's nothing new. You know what I mean? The MCU didn't start yesterday. It's been around since 08. They've made these changes since 08. They'll continue to make these fucking changes.
It'll take look at Wanda. Great example. Look at where she started, look where she is now. It's just it took a while, but she's finally where we want it, right?
Right. Yep, exactly. So look, it'll either work out like Wanda or it won't. so get over it. You know what I'm saying? Get over it.
Hopefully
they're gonna do what they want to do. It's funny because I was laughing about that with my dad, where it was just like learning to accept things from things that I know to be this, and then interpretations changing it. And it's like, if the MCU has taught me anything, it's that my opinion doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really doesn't. None of our opinions matter. You got Feige sitting there. He said in an interview, I hear you guys all the time. So if he hears you and chooses to go otherwise, that's him telling you, I don't care what you guys wanted. I wanted it this way. And it's going to be this way. Simple. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Simple. Mm-hmm. Feige very much lives by the same rules our parents did. You either deal with it or get the fuck out. Like, you don't have to be here. You know what I'm saying? Go find something else. You know? Yeah. There's plenty of other stuff out there.
Yes, he can be that way now. Maybe not a couple years ago.
A couple years ago, Feige gained that once the Avengers came out. So it was just like, yes, carte blanche. Whatever he wants to do, he could do. I'd agree with you maybe after a few of those solo movies, maybe. Because Thor and Captain America didn't hit as hard as I'm sure he wanted them to. But that first Iron Man movie, once that cracked, and then Avengers came out, Feige said, he dropped it on the table and said, this is my empire. Whatever I want to do, you fall in line. So Ash, I'll go to you. What were your thoughts on the Miss Marvel trailer?
It was really nice. I don't know anything about her character, except, shameless plug, I did teach the graphic novel 8th grade 2 years ago. And I loved it. And my kids loved it. And when I watched the trailer, that's what I was thinking about. I was like, this is just representation that we need. And I love that it feels almost as if it's going to also be a coming of age story for her as well. This is the teacher in me coming out. So, right, it's going to be like a coming of age story for her. And I like what you named, Jawan, about like the arc of her, like whatever the missed little thing is that gets her powers, if she has to like go through that, like the gauntlets are gone. I don't have my powers. I'm not a hero anymore. Like, for her to like realize like what exactly is a hero? What does it mean to be a hero? So like, I'm excited to see what they do with it. I was lovely surprised that it was a series. I did not know that it was a series. This is how out of touch I am with a lot of these releases and updates, but I'm really excited for it because I think it's also going to get a new set of audience, a younger audience as well, that maybe like their other shows may not have been able to in a way that they wanted to. It's like they're getting to touch on a whole different groups of people. So that's how I'm feeling.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've always appreciated about Marvel's run is that it's become very inclusive, right? So Black Panther, as a Black man, that felt very authentic, right? It felt very authentic. Nothing was overboard. There was no yos and ya means. It was very authentic to our culture, right? So I'm like, that was beautiful. So then you get Shang-Chi. I'm very curious how people of Asian descent felt about that and how authentic that might have felt for them. Quite like I'm curious about Kamala and the world that they're building with her. So I'm like, it's very expansive, you know what I'm saying? To where it's building itself to where there will be no kind of child that looks at these movies and goes, that's not me. I don't see myself anywhere, you know? So I'm like, I can't wait to see that through through Kamala's eyes, see her world. Because I know the game did a really good job, regardless if people like the game or not. The game did a great job touching on who Kamala is, where she comes from, her family values, her just wanting to kind of just be seen, right? And live amongst the gods we call Avengers. So seeing her gain her spot there was great, and I can't wait to see that in the magnitude of the MCU. And I think what makes the MCU in bringing in characters like Kamala more interesting is there are technically there's no more Avengers, right? It's like there's a little band-aid of a few stragglers, right? But overall, it's kind of just depleted itself after Thanos. So I'm like, where does she go after this? You know, like how do they rebuild back up the Avengers that we now get to see these kids get welcome into? So I can't wait to see how all of that kind of expands itself in the world of the MCU. But Trayvon, I know you did play the Marvel Avengers game, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
you know Kamala very well. So what were your thoughts on this trailer?
So I've been wanting to see her character made into a TV show for a while. I thought we were getting one. I think it was like 2016, 2017. There was this guy named John Riley. He was making this show called American Crime that was on ABC. Yeah. And he was talking about a Disney show, a Marvel superhero show that he was going to do. And if it was as like American Crime was very serious about race, about politics and all that stuff. And I thought that's the character he could tackle. That's what I thought he was going to do back then. So I was like, oh, that would have been, to really, he didn't do it. He didn't do the show. He just kept talking about it and never happened. So I was wondering if that was it. Because it was an Inhuman character and Inhumans was on TV with Agent Shield. I just thought that's where they were going. I thought they were going to do one show for her. But now, like, I'm really excited to see that we're finally getting her. Like, I really like this coming of age. I like the speech bubbles and stuff. It's just very that definitely reminds you of Spider-Verse. Off like the start of it. I was like, oh, this is great. The music and just like, very modern. I like it a lot. Her power change, I was expecting something different. I mean, I've played the game. The powers are nowhere near like this, but that's fine. It was cool to see the fist, of course, but I'm just excited to see what they do with this, and they're keeping to her core. She's, she's showing her culture. She loves Captain Marvel. I just want to see how this turns out. It just looks good. I can't wait to see it. 5 days from my birthday, so I'm ready.
And I'm very curious. Because we saw this shot of where it looks like she's hit by something, the same way Monica was, right? So I'm very curious if they kind of follow what they did with Wanda, with Kamala, to where whatever she's hit with, it kind of slowly starts to awaken something, right? And she just has like the basics of it. And that's how she's able to kind of like latch it on to like the wristlets. And then if we do get the Terrigen Mist, it's just like when Wanda fully awoken her power by being fully exposed to obviously a Infinity Stone. So I wonder if they do something with Kamala to where the Terrigen Mist is her version of that. And it just fully awakens her actual abilities. And then boom, you have it, because that's a way to kind of just put it on hold. You know what I'm saying? Rather than, oh, this is her abilities, then she loses it, and now this is her abilities. You can kind of just put it on hold, where it's like, well, this kind of awoken it, but now this fully blossomed.
Now the one thing I want to say about the powers, though, they are much more than I thought they would be. When I saw the shield and the things she was stepping on and stuff like that, I was like, wow. This is a lot. There's a lot of abilities here. Like it's, I mean, her doing the fist and stuff like that, cool. But I just was, I was a little thrown off by that though. I didn't think she had that many abilities. It's almost, people are saying this, but it is like that. It is almost like Green Lantern.
It is like Green Lantern.
You can make stuff, so it's like, it is.
But that's go ahead, Joe.
But like I was saying earlier, I believe the quantum bands can do stuff like that, like energy projection, and constructs and shit.
Right.
I've never heard of that.
So wait,
Quantum band.
I'm curious if they're going to use this to where it's slightly tech based.
What it seems like to me, but I
right. Right. I mean, because like I said, that feeds into what I was saying about just putting her on hold, not waiting to further blossom the character, but putting her maximum abilities on hold. So you do tie in some technology and stuff like that. So it kind of just bridges the gap till you can get to the point, boom, where you make her an Inhuman and then the Terrigen Mist, and then boom, we're all good.
Well, the only reason you can turn into an Inhuman is because you have some type of
gene.
Yeah, Kree DNA or whatever the fuck. So this might help. That maybe that's the only reason she can activate whatever that is, because she has
it in her, right? And then it fully awakens her, and then she gets her actual powers.
Yeah. So once she hits this, the cocoon thing, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, look, we've yet to see the extent of Monica Rambeau's power.
Yeah, we got the tip of the iceberg.
We only got the tip of the iceberg, so we don't know if what she went through, she's fully explored the extent of her power, or if there's something else that furthers her power that we see. So again, that's what's going to be so much fun about seeing the Marvels next year, is seeing where these characters go. I mean, because I kind of feel like we need to see more progression in Danvers. You know what I'm saying? Danvers hasn't really had to struggle for anything yet. She hasn't really tasted defeat yet or anything. So I want to see where her story goes, where her back's against the wall, and she has
blasted,
let loose. No. I'm not saying she hasn't. I'm not saying she hasn't gone through anything. Think about it. We saw what Cap went through in Winter Soldier. Stark went through in Iron Man 3. So I just mean stuff like that, like really life-changing things to where she really maximizes her actual power. So I'm curious to see that. And the Marvels, look, off of this trailer alone, it's becoming one of my most anticipated. Seeing that movie of the Marvels, to see where they're gonna take everybody.
Yeah, I'm about to say, just curiosity at this point.
Right, just pure curiosity, see where everyone goes. Because I'm like, Monica is probably my biggest question mark. Like, where do you take Monica? You know what I'm saying?
I wish we got more of her. I'm really excited to see more Monica.
More Monica, right?
Yeah. I love seeing her in a WandaVision, and I can't wait to see how she interacts with Kamala and how like they do with each other with their dynamic. Yeah. I'm very excited to see how that works out. That's the one dynamic I can't figure out in my head.
Yeah, I mean, because it's you can't really get a good enough read on Monica yet, right? So it's like the Marvels will help progress her character further. I do believe at the end of the day she's gonna stay with Fury and join Sword. And that's what she'll be doing when we're like, what the hell is Monica doing? Well, she's with Fury and Sword. Because she clearly can't stay with Danvers. Danvers' job is the whole goddamn universe, apparently. So it's like, you can't stay with me. We obviously know Kamala will go back home. But the relationship I'm looking, and I don't mean relationship, I mean friendship, I'm looking to see is when we see Tom Holland's Peter again interacting with Kamala, because he'll have matured so much. He isn't that kid that's like where Kamala's at. Remember him when he in the first Homecoming, so talkative, so fidgety, he's just so excited to be a part of something bigger, and we've seen him, he's going to mature greatly the next time we see him, right? So it's like, well, what does he do when he interacts with a version of himself in Kamala, where she's just so excited to be a part of something, where she's like, oh shit, you're Spider-Man, like what? And he's just like, breathe, calm down, like take it all in, relax. It's
she could take his place, like in terms of like role as the young, excited fanboy or fangirl.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? And you know what's even more exciting, guys, is to know that Kamala will have somebody to lean on, because we're not far away from Miles. So Miles will be trying to adjust to everything that's going on, and we see Kamala strike up a friendship with Miles, strike up a friendship with Riri. So what Marvel's doing right now is
a lot of young Avengers.
Right, is so compelling because it's giving us what we just got, but much younger, right? Much younger versions of everything we just got. And it's going to be so exciting to see this, but with children, not adults going through this, kids going through this, or teenagers rather, going through this. So we welcome in Didge. What's going on, Didge?
Not much. Braving the weather that was here in Wisconsin. So
oh, goodness gracious, Wisconsin. I know the weather out there is always
sounds cold. I don't know.
It sounds cold. It does.
Yeah, it's cold and rainy.
Wisconsin in Seattle. Goodness gracious. But so we were talking about Miss Marvel, the new trailer that we got. What were your thoughts?
I like the trailer. I know a lot of people were talking about the change in her powers, but I don't know too much about her going into this. So everything was brand new to me, and it looked great to me. I get why you wouldn't want the stretchy powers knowing that the Fantastic Four is coming. I guess you don't want to introduce two stretchy heroes at once. But it looked fun, and I like watching fun shows, so I'm excited for it.
Well, I will say this, and me and Joel talked about this when we talked about like how you're going to introduce the X-Men. I will say one thing I will never accept, especially from Feige, maybe anywhere else, but not with Feige. To me, you cannot get lazy, right? And to say, well, we didn't want to give her embiggening powers because it's too similar to what Reed Richards does. That's lazy. The idea is to be creative so that we could see the drastic, because they're not the same. They really aren't.
Okay.
So they're similar. They're not
right. But the only thing that's really similar is like when you look at Moon Knight and Batman, right? So that's the similarities between those two. It's not legit. They're the exact same power set. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's your job as a creator to get creative, to show people how different they are without drastically changing either. And I'm not saying that they are, but I'm saying to use the excuse, oh, he's too similar to blah, blah, blah. What? In the comics, I could clearly see this is this, this is this. So if you could do it there, why can't you do it here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like to think there's a better reason. Like, there are no Inhumans yet. There's no Terrigen Mist,
Right.
They want to make her character closer to Captain Marvel, where in the comics, there's, aside from her being a fangirl, that's really all the connection.
That's all it was,
and
right?
she takes her name, like her former name, It's just I don't even know how they're gonna do that, because I guess she could just, I'm Ms. Marvel, because that used to be Carol's name in the comics. She was Ms. Marvel, became Captain Marvel.
Right.
I guess she's just, we'll see.
Now look, Joel, the first thing I thought watching that trailer, the 80 times I watched it, was, as far as I know, we've only seen Carol Danvers present day during the events of Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
And then she left. When did you become a fan?
Yeah,
she wasn't really here.
Here's my problem with that thing.
Right.
It's the same.
Sure.
There's been a lot of gaps, like 5-year gaps, years in between, months in between. She has a t-shirt with like fucking Valkyrie on it. Valkyrie.
That I think
that's a bigger problem for me than Captain Marvel.
Well, no, because at least Asgard is on Earth.
Part of Earth,
Yeah,
right? It's
like at least New Asgard is there.
Right.
Like you said, Captain Marvel, we saw her. She showed up for the fight and then was gone.
But that's because that's all we've seen.
It was 5 years.
They don't have lives.
She didn't snap away. She didn't snap away.
She didn't snap away.
So she could have came back
she was
plenty
there
of time.
for those 5 years, right?
Yeah,
too.
yeah. She could have came back.
Or you know what? It could be something even more entertaining, to where it's like the people know of these heroes, and there's been shows, there's been memorabilia, there's been stories that have been passed, right?
True.
So she could have become a fan off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it, we became a fan of characters just reading a book, right? Like there's no actual Batman outside my window. Like it's off books, so it's not hard to believe that she could have read comics that maybe were written about Captain Marvel, or a TV show, or whatever the case may be. So it's not hard to wrap around, but it is funny when you think about it in a vacuum, because we can only go off of what the movies have told us, and the movies very much, especially between Infinity War and Endgame, just skipped around.
Space.
Right. It just skips around. So it's like, well, anything could have happened, I guess, in that time.
WandaVision, they were talking like they knew everything that happened on that battle.
Exactly.
So maybe everybody knew.
To be fair, they were in a more government background. So it's like they were probably debriefed, and that's probably how
who debriefed them.
Hawkeye was there. Hawkeye was there.
I mean,
a lot of people get it.
I'm like,
all the time.
Time out, Trayvon. Do you not remember the start of Falcon and the Winter Soldier with Rhodey? Like Rhodey had to have been debriefed. So I'm like,
where was Rhodey?
And you can't tell me Ant-Man would keep his mouth shut.
Oh, hell no. And if
Barely
Ant-Man
saw
knows, Luis knows. If Luis knows, the
if
whole
Luis
goddamn
knows,
West Coast,
you're gonna hear like a whole different.
Scott definitely told him. Scott definitely told him.
100%. 100%.
It got out. It got out.
Yeah, for sure. So that's not hard to wrap my mind around.
There's a podcast.
Yeah, there's a million.
It's why the podcast.
Conspiracy theories. There's probably a whole bunch of that.
But yeah,
shit.
I mean, I will say, Dij, my best advice to you and anyone else who feels as though they're not familiar with any of these characters, don't try to get yourself familiar. Let the show be your introduction to that character, so that you're not setting any kind of expectations. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know anything. So whatever the show does, you're just there to be entertained. You're not there like, all right, let me see, is she wearing this and that? You're just more so like, entertain me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was definitely my plan. Like, I saw all the discourse online. Like, even some of the like my co-hosts, they had like thoughts on it. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, looks cool.
I just always say, shit. Podcasting with me in 2020, you for sure learned this. There's just certain things that the MCU changes that you just got to kind of roll with it.
Oh yeah,
you just roll with it. You just like, well, fuck it. Okay. She had, you know what I'm saying? She had blonde hair. Now she doesn't. Oh, all right. Just rolling with it. She had a massive sword in the comics and now she has a little jail shank. Just got to roll with it. It's what the MCU does. So it's just like, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Valkyrie still rubs me the wrong way not having her long sword. But it's, you know what? They wanted to give her a little dagger.
Costume in general. I just don't understand, but whatever.
Yes, that also. I mean, so much about Valkyrie is so simple, yet they made it seem so complex by going the other way. You giving her a sword that's like a little dagger instead, like her long sword is probably one of the biggest things that distinguish the character. Like, oh, Valkyrie the sword. I know Valkyrie. Now it's kind of just like, well, you know the actress, so you know Valkyrie, right? It's not more so off of the characteristics. It's the actor that makes you more aware of who Valkyrie is. And that's what bothers me, because that's when fans start to tie characters to actors, because that's all they know is, oh, that guy was Iron Man. Now everything Iron Man has to be based off of what the MCU did. No. I mean, now, yes, that Feige's in control of everything. Yeah. Yes, that is the case now. But a few years ago, no, that did not mean everything had to be exactly like the movie. So that was my biggest thing. All right, before we move on, Trayvon, I have to ask you, how many of the Defender shows have you watched since it launched on Disney Plus?
None.
I'm so proud of you. I would have assumed you that I jumped right into Jessica.
It's too much stuff. It's too much.
There's a lot.
I
want to go through it again. I do.
I don't know.
Eventually.
I will start with Iron Fist though.
I think I am going to start going through these shows again, but once they get announced. So once they announce the next time I'll see Daredevil, I'll do that run to prepare. Next time we see Punisher. Because I'm like, if I watch it now and then they announce it, then I'll watch it again. And I'm not saying it like a bad thing, but no need to triple down.
It's a lot to watch.
I'll double down. Right. I'd rather double down than the triple down 4 shows plus a Defender series. Like, it's too much. I think 5 shows. Am I off? Is it 5? Yeah, because Punisher makes 5. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, 6, no? You got the 4 Defenders, the Defender show, and then you have Punisher.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I just meant the members.
Individuals.
Yeah, the individuals.
There's only 4 Defenders, so yeah, with the Defender show, it's 5.
Right, got you. All right, so I'm proud of you, Trayvon. I just had to ask that. I was curious. I was very curious. All right, so we got another trailer. And by the way, whoever's running the boys' Twitter account, you deserve a raise. When Taika was saying like, oh, check out this trailer, the show looks amazing, and then the boys' Twitter account was just like, yeah, thank you, but where's our Thor trip? Like we gave you this, give us Thor.
Honestly, where the fuck is it?
Where is the Thor trailer? That's why I think Miss Marvel caught me off guard, because I'm like, I'm excited for it, but Thor maybe would be nice, would be awesome.
Miss Marvel
something, a little teaser, something.
They're gonna drop in from the Doctor Strange, I bet.
Hopefully.
You know what? You know
That's
what?
too far.
MCU has gone away from that.
Way too far.
That's rare that happens in the MCU. Where it drops right before another movie, because they kind of want to give that movie its space, right? Where the conversation is just about that. So they try to do it either before or not way after, but after. So it comes out in May, right? It comes out in May. So I think we should get it.
Thor comes out in July.
Yeah, no, I meant Doctor Strange.
Oh, Doctor Strange comes out in
May.
So we should have because also remember, Doctor Strange has to give us the final trailer with the release of the ticket sale. So that still has another trailer under its belt. So I assume this Thor trailer has to come soon. It has to.
I feel like the only reason I think they held back the Doctor Strange was because they had to wait for Spider-Man to come out first.
Yeah, 100%.
No, that's the only reason. I feel like
it was the Spider-Man after credits, wasn't it? The Doctor Strange trailer.
It was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which was I felt very fulfilled. Like, all right, I just went through crying my eyes out. Now it's just like, what am I watching? What is this? Like, what?
I was like, Wanda's on my screen.
I mean, not only that, Trayvon, not only that, but how great she looked. And like, they obviously touched up her costume. I just went from crying to seeing how accurate Spider-Man is now, how beautiful that was, to just in a complete shock of like, oh, wait, I wasn't ready for this. Let my brain catch up to adjusting to this trailer. So I was very pleased that maybe a week later they dropped the trailer on YouTube. So I'm like, okay, now I can take this in properly. Like now I can just sink into it. But yes, so to get back to The Boys, shout out to their Twitter account. But The Boys trailer was crazy, even though that's technically just a teaser. Yeah. I don't know what the hell I just looked at in that. I know obviously what I saw, but I don't know what I saw. Like, what the hell? Like, the first question my dad asked me was, so when did he get powers? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Like
that's cool.
I have no idea.
Because in the comic books, they have powers.
Exactly, right. So I'm like, I thought the direction they were going was that he would be so against it. But now I love the idea of the concept of that. He's like, you know what?
Fire.
We gotta fire.
Right. I gotta get the ring.
Fire.
Exactly. So
literally fire.
Yes, literally fire.
Yeah.
So I was still trying to digest Diabolical, right? Like that was an amazing series. They did an amazing job. It felt so different, felt so brilliant. Just watching this was like, I didn't even finish digesting that. And now I'm trying to comprehend what the hell this is. But Didge, I'll start with you. What were your thoughts on the trailer for The Boys season 3?
It was crazy. Like you said, I was definitely wondering, like, when did he get powers?
Right.
And,
I missed
I wonder if it's a situation where, like you said, he has to go, I gotta fight fire with fire, in a situation of like he tries to fight first without it, and then it just goes completely wrong. And like because like if you saw in the trailer, it looks like he's like tired. Like the way he's staring in the mirror there, it's like he has to decompress. So it's like, I wonder if it's a situation where like he just got his ass kicked and he's like, all right, fuck this. I need powers now. Like what was it? In Falcon and Winter Soldier when they weren't even super soldiers. We get a moment like that.
No, I mean, look, I love it. And so much about it. Like I like teasers like that kind of go slow and then speed up, and you're just like, what? I can't even process what I'm looking at, just because it's a teaser, right? So it's meant to just get you like, oh shit, like, okay, I know the date. Now what's going on? And then they give you the actual trailer where they kind of slow it down and explain the story more. But I think what I love so much about this show is that it's just so chaotic, right? And in the however long this trailer was, felt like 10 seconds, but however long the same trailer was, I just got the sense of, oh, it's going to get even more chaotic. And that's all I need when it comes to The Boys. Just give me chaos. Just give me, poor Huey can't even take a damn breath before it's just like, oh, Huey, somebody's dying. And it's just like, God damn, really? Like, like, are you serious? We just cleaned up a mess. What's happening now? So I can't wait for it. It looks insane. Jayla, I'll go to you. What were your thoughts on this teaser trailer?
So just for some background, I've missed season 2 of The Boys, so I'm going straight into this teaser like completely. I have no idea what's going on, and it is insane. I am super excited to catch up. I've been putting it on the back burner, but I have, like you said, I don't know what's going on, but I do feel intrigued, and they didn't spoil anything necessarily. They just presented a question and left it to be like, hey, come check this out so we can answer it for you, I guess, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm still bringing my thoughts on it because like I don't have a lot to work with because I'm kind of new to what's going on in the story at this point. But I love The Boys. I love the atmosphere of what they do, what they've done so far, what I've seen, and I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty stoked. I have a lot of questions that I don't know if I'm ready for the answer for because it's probably not going to be clean at all.
No, it never is. So wait, did you enjoy season 1?
Yes. No, I really like season 1. I like the take they have on superheroes, and it makes, like, not to be cynical, but I feel like if we did have superheroes, a lot of it would be like what we saw in The Boys, and particularly with the interview process and like how she was so excited to be a part of the team, and then it was not what she thought at all.
Right.
The behind the curtain kind of look into it was my favorite part. I really like the concept a lot. I like the take a lot. It's grounded, but it's still comic booky, and it's just a lot of fun, a lot of dark humor too that I'm very interested in as a horror person.
Right. No, I mean, look, we see what this world would look like if we got superpowers. Look what happens when you just give a 10-year-old a phone. How empowered they feel, right? And it's like, well, goddamn, picture if that 10-year-old could shoot lasers out of their eyes. Like, we'd be in World War 70 by now, right? Like, it would be pure chaos. So I'm like, we've gotten a taste of what having a modicum of power feels like for some of the youth. So I'm like, picture now I could fly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you're not leaving this table till you eat your green beans, and he just fucking flies away, and it's like, oh shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it changes the landscape of everything. But I will say, if you enjoyed season 1, season 2 is season 1 but on steroids. I mean, it gets even darker, even crazier, even bloodier. Like, it just
bloodier.
Season 2 is wild.
Bloodier.
Like, oh my god.
Much bloodier.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yes. Yeah, pretty gross sometimes.
By the way, we always laugh at this. Did you see the shot the boys took at Wonder Woman?
No.
Yeah, they were saying like, don't get me wrong, a lasso's cool, but we use fucking swords. And it's like, okay, all right, relax. We understand why Diana uses a lasso and not a sword. Calm down.
Right now, that sword ain't cutting through that lasso.
I tell you that. That's for damn sure.
Facts.
And look, I tell you what, Queen Maeve, you're powerful, but Diana would beat the brakes off you. That's for goddamn sure. Because she is probably the only one in the Justice League that's just like, oh no, I killed her. It's like, whoa, Diana, what? Yeah, no, yeah, she's dead. She's right over there. So
that's my girl. Don't come for her. Don't come for her. Shane W84. I said, that's my girl. Don't come for her. Shane WW84.
Yeah, I will say Queen Maeve would beat that Diana's ass.
Oh yeah, she absolutely would. She would deserve it. And she would deserve it.
Exactly. No, I would.
But the other Diana,
absolutely.
No, I just thought that was funny because the boys are so meta. So I love when they do things like that. So I appreciate it. I took the joke as it was given. But Trayvon, how excited are you for the Boys season 3? How'd you enjoy that trailer?
Oh, I love this. Apparently Amazon just has their knack of picking superhero shows that are just bloody and more realistic to what we probably would really have. I mean, you go from Invincible, this, even like this, whatever the animated show, the Legend of Vox. There's a show that I saw randomly on there. I watched the first episode of that, and the ending, I was like, what the? I was like, okay, awesome, like this is all day. It's like they just love that. It's like you tell them that's in it, they're for it. Like, yes, bring me all the mess, bring me all the rated MA.
Yeah. Like, I mean, look, we gotta give Amazon a lot of credit. Where they started, where Amazon Prime started, and where they are now, right? Is amazing. It's a testament. And if this Lord of the Rings series is good, you'll have everybody buying in for God of War. And if they can nail God of War, there's nothing Amazon that if they choose to take on, people will ever question. Ever.
Listen,
ever.
I've been enjoying a lot of that stuff. I really loved Wheel of Time as well.
I'm with you, Trayvon. I love Wheel of Time.
I watched the whole thing.
I love
that
it.
was great.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
In Jayla, Amazon has become the home of horror.
Yes.
They produce a lot of great horror stories that are just like, God damn, that's twisted.
Them was really good.
Yes, them. Yep. AJ forced me to watch that. I watched it all the way.
It was shockingly good. Like, wow.
It was really good. But AJ usually when he recommends horror, it's usually really good. It's AJ's other taste that is questionable, but it's horror. It's always spot on.
Not him catching shots and he's not even here. He loves to see it.
He decided he wanted to see anime in the theater instead of podcasting with us, so he's catching all these shots.
Oh, he's watching the Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, he went to go see that. Yeah.
The theater is packed for that.
I
really?
know. I couldn't get tickets.
The theater. There's been like constant people there. No, it was an X. It was all.
I haven't started that show yet.
You know what, Joel? We need to, for one of these anime movies, go to the theater and see if it's packed. I've always been curious if New Jersey.
I've never seen an anime in theater. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, we got to
experience
and decide to do that. Yeah.
One of these days.
100%. I just want to go to one of these anime movies and like at the end of it where everyone's clapping, just go, but where the fuck was Goku? And just have them just completely lose their minds.
That's
like,
just chaos.
What the fuck did you say?
Somebody might don't do that.
I want to see what happens.
There might be one person that might try you.
There probably will be that one person who
somebody will try you. One person
you
will try
deserve it. And you will deserve it.
One person will fight you. One person will fight you.
So wait, Trayvon, you're telling me that at the end of it, I can't stand up and go, but where was the fight between Goku and Naruto? Like, I remember that from the books. Where was that?
I remember that from the books.
I remember that from the books where they were fighting on. And this is where you really throw them off. Where you tell them, like, they were fighting in Asgard. Y'all don't remember they were fighting in Asgard. Like, Goku came from Gotham. Like, where was any of that in this movie? Like, yeah, I want to just do that.
Here's the thing, Jawan. You ain't even gonna make it to Asgard.
You telling me I want to send to Valhalla? I won't even go to Valhalla.
Somebody might tackle you. Like
you gonna get halfway through saying Naruto, and it's just gonna be you're just gonna get tackled. Where's Naruto?
Especially if it's not a Naruto.
No negativity in here.
Safe space.
Knock your ass out.
So maybe Joel, you don't go with me that day. Maybe that's
not if you're gonna be stupid though.
I just want to try. But no, I do want to give, and I'm glad you brought that up, Trayvon, because I do want to give a lot of love for Amazon Prime, because I remember Amazon Prime and Apple, I remember saying very early on, they have no fucking chance. HBO Max was blossoming. Netflix wasn't doing that dumb shit at the moment. Then you had Disney Plus coming in. So I'm like, oh, you guys don't have anything nerdy enough to live within these spaces, right? Okay. And then Apple just said, geek spaces, fuck that. We do dramas and comedies. That's what we are here for.
Dramas.
And they're living. And then Amazon at that point was just really getting big in horror. And then it started to dip its toe in the more comic booky superhero world. And once it did, I tell you what, to start off with The Boys and Invincible, god damn, that's
a hell of a 1-2 punch.
They did the Tick.
Very risky. They're very risky.
Hulu did the Tick. I think Hulu did the Tick.
No, Amazon did Tick.
Oh, Amazon did Tick.
No, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
I was upset they canceled that because I did like that show.
Yeah,
Amazon has everything. Amazon has everything.
I just saw them bought MGM.
Reacher. Everything.
Amazon was just like Amazon was sitting. Amazon to me is a person, right? Not a company, it's a person. And he was sitting in his evil chair, stroking the cat. And just like, what am I missing? And it's just like, I got it. I don't have James Bond. Go buy it. Like, go buy it.
They own MGM.
I saw that the other day, and I was like, wait, what?
I'm telling you right now, everyone always jokes. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trayvon.
Okay, no, go ahead. I was gonna say, have you ever watched the Upload show that they have on there?
No, I haven't started.
They kind of made like
I have.
They make meta jokes in there about the companies owning everything. And I was like, you kind of becoming what the show is
hilarious.
Like,
look,
so,
I'm telling you right now, what looks like is happening. You know how everyone made the joke of Mickey Mouse with the gauntlet, denying everything. Right now, what you got while Thanos is sitting there, just smoking a cigar, enjoying having Star Wars and Marvel, Amazon is building a nanotech gauntlet, sitting there like, oh, I'm gonna come get some fucking stones. Like, I'm gonna come take over. Let me add MGM Grand. Let me add Invincible, The Boy. It's building a roster. It really is, man. And if they can tackle Lord of the Rings and God of War,
I'm excited for God of War. I'm so excited for God of War.
I'm super excited. I'm excited for the fact that it looks like, and we haven't heard anything otherwise. Apparently, Amazon is very hands-off. Amazon is very much just like, you need a check? Cool. I'll write the check. Make it good, right? To see the money Lord of the Rings asked for, you gotta have the utmost faith in your creators to write a check that got that. That's $500 million for a shit.
Casually.
That's like 0.0000000.0000.
Yeah,
that's the equivalent. That's the equivalent of like, you're with your sibling and they're like, yo, you got a quarter so I can get a gumball? And it's like, hell yeah, I got a quarter here. That's the equivalent for Amazon. They're like, $500 million.
They're like,
yes,
raise the Amazon Prime up. Doesn't make it.
Oh, you know that's gonna happen. You know the.
No, they already did it. They just did it. What you mean?
It went up like $2. I think
they just raised it.
Oh, time out. We just landed on something. Netflix. Let me make one thing very clear. Netflix.
Yeah,
let me sit you down real quick. Let me sit you down real quick.
Yeah.
One thing you will not do is tell me what I do with my money. So if I want to pay for Netflix and give it to the entire state of New Jersey, that is my right because I pay for it. Okay.
I thought you were talking about raising the price.
Yeah, I definitely thought this was
the price. Just raise the price.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna be very honest.
Charging people.
I don't mind raising prices if it's worth it. But what I won't have,
it ain't worth it.
If you telling
they're steady losing stuff. Yeah, it ain't worth it no more. They're steady losing.
What I gotta do with my money? You gonna start charging me if I do account sharing?
Yeah.
Oh hell no, Netflix. Hell no.
No offense to Netflix, but they don't make good enough movies for them to do that.
Or shows.
Time out. Even if they did, why do you feel as though it's within your right to tell me that if I'm spending my overpriced money on your streaming platform that I can't share?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
What?
At least
that's why you're losing your streams and your views, and that's why you're losing all the good shows.
I tell you right now. Let Lord of the Rings hit. I unsubscribe from Netflix. I leave y'all quick, fast.
If they really start charging everybody that, I really think they're gonna be in trouble. I really
use Netflix now. Honestly,
it's a bad idea.
I don't even have it.
No, you know what? I can't leave
someone else's account.
I can't cancel it.
That's what
I can't cancel it.
I know I talk a big game. I know I talk a big game, but I can't leave Henry Cavill like that. I can't. The Witcher's been great. I can't do Henry Cavill like that.
That's fair.
Hey, Amazon.
A lot of good Netflix shit out there. I can't do it either.
Because they treating The Witcher right anyway. So Amazon, you trying to slide in those DMs.
Stranger Things.
Like I told my dad with the whole 50 Cent situation, they own that. So they would have to either be willing to be bought out, or there has to be some kind of clause that after a certain amount of time of not producing content for The Witcher, it kind of just.
Well, after how they
got two Witcher things.
Yeah, but I want more.
And see, I can't let go of Netflix. They announced that Power Rangers is gonna be on there, so I can't.
That's right.
I can't go nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I am planted. I am planted. I ain't going nowhere.
They said, Trayvon, you thought you was going somewhere?
Uh-huh.
And it's like,
Trayvon, come here, sit your ass down. They said, come sit here right next to me. You like
that's
Power
my
Rangers,
true love. It's Power Rangers. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's Stockholm syndrome right there.
And Trayvon, and let them figure out that Power Rangers is how they keeping you. Watch them come out with a series, a movie.
They're supposed to.
Video game.
They're supposed to.
They coming out with a movie?
There's a new
Yeah, they announced all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh shit!
And I saw that stuff.
All of this.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm
I'm still
playing.
gonna talk my trash, but let me let me
playing
get that
I'm
account.
sorry, Netflix. I take everything I said back.
Let me be
no, we
very
don't.
clear. Let me be very clear.
Apologize.
There is no one on planet Earth that knows more about Power Rangers than Trayvon.
Mhm.
So when he said that, I just said, yeah, if Trayvon said it, yeah, I believe it. Trayvon said it, I believe it. Don't nobody know more than Trayvon do when it comes to that. So yeah, Netflix, get your shit together. You got Trayvon, you trapped him, okay?
Yeah.
But my love
Don't be
for
a broke
Henry
hoe.
Cavill will only go so far. All right, it will only go so far.
Yeah,
First
don't
time
be a
Henry
broke hoe,
Cavill jumps
Netflix.
over to Marvel, I might leave y'all asses Netflix. So, just
Take
be
him,
careful.
Marvel. Take him, please. Slide in them DMs, please.
Yes, right now, Disney, the person Disney, slide in Henry Cavill's DM. Let's get in.
Thank you. And then take me with you.
We just got to get him an interview saying what character he want to play, and that's it. All we gotta do is give him an interview, ask him what character. As long as he says it out loud, we'll have it. Let's just get him say whatever Marvel.
I tell you what, if y'all wanted Henry Cavill back at Superman, nothing will ignite that fire quickly than Kevin Feige going, yeah, so I just had brunch with Henry Cavill. You gonna get Warner Brothers like, fuck no, excuse me.
Superman to be
They don't care. Excuse me. They don't care because they was releasing things about other super people on his birthday that was not related to him. So don't Kevin Feige slide in them DMs and take me with you to Henry Cavill.
I tell you right now, the next fandom, if Feige comes out saying he had lunch with Henry Cavill, guarantee you that next fandom Henry will be there.
The Superman trilogy.
Guarantee you.
I will watch whatever you put him in. You can make him a villain. I will be there not front row because we're trying to have a good seat.
I love it. She's like, not front row. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I said, well, hold on.
6 rows back. 6 rows back, baby.
Like, I don't love him that much. Wait a minute.
We've got we gotta be comfortable.
Willing to break my neck.
Oh man, I think there's very few movies I'm willing to break my neck for. There are some, but not a lot.
Any.
The Batman,
I did it by mistake.
Would have broke my neck for that. 100%.
I
did it one time by mistake. Final Destination.
Well, that's not a good movie to do that for either.
Why would you do that?
We got there late. We got there like so late, and this is
okay,
before
you know what? I can't be mad at you.
And I did that. We were like,
well,
we're not missing it. We're gonna sit here, and I'm like this. And this.
I did that too.
You know what, Trayvon? I ain't even gonna lie to you. One time I went to the theater late. I know this is gonna sound bad, but you guys know I don't ever lie. I sat in the handicap seat. Sure as hell did. I've
done that before, yeah.
Oh, I definitely have. Sorry.
I definitely have.
They be having good ass seats for handicapped people. I ain't even gonna.
They do.
I ain't even gonna. I looked at the front row and said, "All right, there's 3 seats there. There's a handicap seat." Yeah,
if they came in, I would have got up.
Right.
But
it wasn't a situation where I was going to... nobody came in. I waited a couple minutes. I looked around. Nobody showed up.
I'm going to be honest with you, Trayvon. Don't say that. It depends on how good the movie is.
Don't say it on camera.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. It depends on how good the movie is. I'll fake some kind of handicap if that movie's slapping. If that movie's slapping,
how bad can the movie be? And you still stay like, give us an example of how bad. How bad are we going? Like where's that limit?
Oh God,
I'm trying to think. I don't know, because like I don't usually go to the movies if it's not something I'm truly passionate about seeing.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. If the movie's really good, I'll fake some kind of handicap. Make sure I'll fake that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You trifling.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. Y'all know I don't I'm faking it. Dragging my leg or something. I'll break my leg if I need you to stay in that seat. I ain't moving. This movie slapping. You want me to go front row? Y'all should damn mind.
I mean, I've seen people sitting like on the stairs in the aisle. So
I thought that's where he was going. I really thought that's where it was. I was like, that's fine. But he's
I've seen
handicap, and I wasn't getting up.
Handicap.
Wow. I had to try to stop him.
Yep. Try to. I'll let that handicap kick right in.
Oh man.
All right, Ash, you didn't give us your thoughts on The Boys season 3 trailer.
That was so violent. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't make it through. I definitely did not. Absolutely did not.
Wait, what?
I saw they were smashing faces in it, and I said, bye. Exit out of YouTube.
Wait, what? Wait.
Really?
But wait, time out. Ash has
Wait.
been very consistent. Ash has been consistent. Remember when me and AJ were having that the talk about horror movies, and Ash was just like, nope, no thank you.
Invincible? Y'all think I watched that? I
Yeah.
barely made it to no, listen,
That's
absolutely.
cartoon blood, though. You can't do cartoon blood.
Oh, absolutely not.
Really?
Oh, wow.
No, I can't.
To be fair,
No.
Invincible was pretty intense. Like compared
It
to
is-
the season 3 trailer, Invincible like made that look tame for me, especially the last episode.
Well, to be fair,
Yeah.
Jayla, you haven't seen season 2 of The Boys yet. Wait till you see season 2 of The Boys.
I'll hold my thought. I'll come back.
I
to it.
mean,
Yeah, hold that.
episode-
Hold
She,
that
she might have
episode
she might have a
one?
good point with that
Episode
last
one?
that last
I know.
episode
Wait.
of The Boys. I mean, the last episode of Invincible.
The train.
That was a rough one.
Yeah,
She
that was
she
pretty
might have
rough.
a point.
So maybe I'm jaded from horror movies, but like the trailer, yeah, I don't know. Continue.
No,
Episode
look,
one
you're
of The
not.
Boys. Are we serious?
The
Like,
train
that was-
the train scene in Invincible.
I
Invincible.
mean, he ran through the girl in the first episode.
He pushed him through a train of
Of
people.
people. It's like 10 times
Like-
worse.
Either way, there was still blood. People still
You're
died.
right, not wrong. You are not
Yeah.
wrong, Ash.
So I
Yeah,
said,
but wait. Ash, did you ever listen to the recommendation me and AJ gave you, where we told you the movies to watch with the lights out and the door wide open? You don't remember that conversation?
listen, here's the deal. There
No?
is a 90% chance I do not listen to you.
Nice.
That was one of those moments.
That's fair. Joel's is at 100. Joel's at 100, so that's fair. I can take 90.
I will never watch a horror movie willingly by
So
myself.
Jayla, so
my
our
house,
advice,
alone
our
in the
advice
dark.
to Ash was, me and AJ were saying, put on The Strangers, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
Put all the lights
no.
out.
Thank
No, no,
you.
no, no.
Thank
No, no,
you.
no, no, no.
You see? And
Hold on.
Trayvon, this is how
I
I
know
watched
you
that
a
movie
real
one time.
Time out. Let
I've
me
been
just
paranoid for years.
let me just fill
No.
let me just
Yeah,
fill
no,
Jay Land. Let me fill
no.
Jay Land.
No,
we said
No.
watch The Strangers,
Uh-huh.
absolutely not.
Don't
at
do
the
it.
peak of night, and just
Absolutely
leave your
not.
door cracked. Leave your door cracked open, right?
So Jumbie can
Just watch-
come in.
Just
Excuse
watch
me?
The Strangers.
You're setting
no,
her
no,
up
no,
for-
no, no,
you're
no,
setting
no,
her
no.
for failure.
So Jumbie can come into my house.
That
There
is
is
that is a
one
rough that is
line
a
in that
rough.
I'm West Indian. We don't believe in that.
It's
No.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about that movie. I watched that movie, okay, right? Like, it's scary.
Oh,
It is. One line has freaked me out for years. I don't care. Like, don't watch the movie.
Was it
Don't
the
watch
line at the end?
Yes.
Okay,
Don't
yeah.
watch it.
No. Yeah.
watch
all right.
Don't watch the movie.
Wait. Time
Don't
out.
watch
Time
it.
out.
No, listen,
I'll
Trayvon,
tell
you
you
my-
have
time
to
out.
convince me.
I'll tell you my favorite line.
No, you
Terrified
don't.
me.
Finish
Terrified.
Mm.
What was
I
the
will
line?
never-
And I'll tell you my favorite line.
I
of
know
that
the line he's
movie. What was the
talking
line?
about.
What was the line?
They asked why.
Yes, and he
That's
said because you
why.
were home. Yeah,
No.
because you were home. I love that
No.
line. It's one of the greatest
No.
horror movie lines
that's-
ever.
That is an
So
amazing
simple.
line.
It's so
That
simple.
scared
It's
me.
literally
Yeah.
why they did it. Yeah, I loved it.
I do like that movie, but that is a trap to tell someone to watch it at the dead of night
Yeah.
with the door cracked.
Mhm.
It's a
Yeah,
good.
with the door cracked.
I do think you should watch it. You should watch
Let's
it.
get
It
listen,
influenced how I bought
do
my
not
house.
be manifesting anything. Do not be speaking.
Okay, you know what?
energy
You know
into
what,
my
Ash?
direction. No,
Time
no,
out.
no,
You
no,
know what?
no.
You know what?
No, no,
Time out.
no.
Did you know what? You're right. My real
Ugh.
I will
advice
mute
would
you.
be. Hold
I
on.
will mute you.
My advice would
I will
be.
mute you.
I want to hear this.
Advice would be.
Which one?
You could watch this during the day. Listen to the whole plan before you say anything. Listen to the whole plan.
Absolutely.
You
Jawan,
go
like
watch-
I said, that 90% is now going up to 99%.
Hold on. You go
you got
watch.
99.9.
You go watch Hostel. You can watch it during the day.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Time out. You go watch Hostel, and then you
See,
book a
I'm muting you
vacation.
now.
And
I
then
just
you
mute
book a
you.
vacation.
You muted. I can't
I'm
hear
telling
you.
you, you'll
I
enjoy
can't
it.
hear you.
It's a thrill.
I
It's a
can't hear
thrill.
you.
Okay, I'm just
That's
saying.
not a
Try.
very fun vacation at all.
Yes, that
Okay,
would be
good.
awesome. Yeah.
Nope.
Watch
I did not
Hostel.
hear any of that.
No.
Nope, they didn't hear any
Ugh.
of that. Mm-mm. See,
I haven't
this is
seen
see.
Hostel in
Look at
years
you
either.
sabotaging people. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Wait, did I
During
just
Women's
saw
History
Hostel.
Month.
I just saw Hostel again the other day, And that movie's a lot darker than I remember.
Like, is it? Oh, I haven't watched it in years. I'm
like,
gonna have to rewatch it.
Ooh,
and see, when you said that, when you told her the first time, that's why I said I would never.
Exactly. And then he coming back.
I was like, there's no way. There's no way I'm watching that. Like, I was like, no,
I can't.
Oh man, no. But to be fair, so Jayla, I'm curious. So like, is your taste in horror that or older horror, more or less gore porn horror? Like, what's your taste in horror?
I typically stray away from like the torture era of like Saw and Hostel. I like a lot of intense things. I just saw X. I thought it was amazing. It's a huge callback to like 70s slasher. My favorite is Scream. So I guess I stick to like slashers or psychological kind of stuff. Sinister was terrifying. Can't watch it that often.
Would you like to recommend that one, Jawan? Since you're out here recommending.
Screams are fun. I like Screams.
I have all 3 Screams on VHS.
Like, I love those.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, you have it on VHS, Jayla? Airfire.
Absolutely.
Yes, I know that's right.
Yeah. Ooh,
that is dope.
That is all the way right.
We love Scream in this house.
All the way right.
But I will say, Ash, what you would like about Scream, because it's not really a horror.
It's not that scary.
What did you think about? I want to ask. Can we ask about the new one? I'm curious what you thought about the new one.
Oh, go ahead, Jayla. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I think they're on the right path. I had a good time with it. I loved everything they built up. I just think it needed more space to breathe with the new characters. We didn't really get to have enough time with the new characters to kind of form bonds and stuff like that and have the mystery of who it is grow a lot for me. They still have a big focus on the legacy characters, which I understand. I'm not complaining. Yeah. But I think that the Ready or Not guys are doing a good job with what they have. They just need a little more confidence in what they're doing.
It was so good. Yeah.
I love Ready or Not.
I loved it. That's just my only problems I have with it. It's not a bad thing.
I completely agree. Because when I got to the end of the movie, I didn't feel like I had any interest seeing those characters again. Like the new
Randy's niece and nephew, specifically Randy's niece. What was her name?
I can't think of her name right now. I just know that twist was good at the end. That's all I know.
Yes,
that was a damn good. That was a damn good twist. That was but no. So what I was saying was, Ash, what you would like about Scream is hold on.
It's not scary. I can vouch. You can trust me. It's not that scary.
No,
it's kind of funny. It's like comedy.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about how scary it is. For me, it is all about the head. Like I don't like tension, and I don't like that type of like anticipating and like that I don't like that. I don't like that.
It's like, kind of like, have you seen Scary Movie? Have you seen Scary Movie?
The funny ones?
Yeah.
I've seen the funny ones.
So do you know how like Scary Movie would build up the tension and then it's kind of like funny, like when you get to the big
that's Scream is not. I wouldn't put
of that. It's very because what it does is, and that's why I always love Wes for that, especially the first one, but this one really, it kind of makes
fun. I'm telling you right now, you trying to convince the wrong person.
So do you just not watch them, or do you just watch them? I'm curious then, because you said you saw a Scary Movie. How is that watching a parody of scary movies that you haven't seen?
Because I was watching those with my aunts, and then I
was just curious. I didn't mean like I was just wondering, how is that like watching a parody of something that you haven't seen the original?
Well, I mean, the humor still hits.
Hilarious. It's hilarious.
That's still really funny, yeah.
Like Regina, what's her name?
Regina Hall.
Regina Hall. Thank you. I know it was Regina. I need to figure out which one it was. But yes, Regina Hall, amazing in that. Amazing. So that's fine. Like I can watch the whole Halloween movies, but I had to work up to watching those old Halloween movies. But any of those new movies that's coming out now, absolutely not. I refuse. I rebuke it.
Did you watch Midsommar?
Oh God! Come on, Didge. Don't make her watch that. Are you serious? Hell no! I
love Midsommar. I watched that. I've watched that so many times.
Hell no!
I've avoided so many horror movies.
I'll never go.
And that's exactly what I will do too.
That's what I'll do.
Scream! I could jump stressing myself out.
Come on! I didn't want to ask this, Jayla. I didn't want to ask you this because we're gonna talk horror more when next week when we get AJ, because he's a huge horror buff.
That's very exciting.
So you two could just completely geek out. I'm sure we'll have some topic for that. I did want to add Scream 6 has been greenlit. So
yes.
I'm very excited for that.
Yes.
But I did want to know, if you could only have one, what is your all-time favorite horror
Ooh.
Only one.
movie?
It's the thing is, like, my heart wants to say Scream because it's kind of what introduced me to like my love of horror. Like, it cemented it for me. And like, it's not even that scary, but there's something about it that's just like a love letter to horror itself, while also being its own thing that I keep coming back to. I gotta say, like, the original 1996 Scream or Evil Dead 2, one or the other. Like
Evil Dead 2. Oh.
I also have that on VHS.
But time out. Here's how you know Evil Dead 2 is such a classic. Feige just said, if you're an Evil Dead 2 fan, this Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will be very good for you.
I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right now. Ash is gonna make a cameo in Doctor Strange.
Oh, for sure.
I'm gonna die.
He's been in almost every movie with how am I forgetting?
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi, thank you.
But he hasn't been Ash in ages.
No, the last time was Ash versus Evil Ash Evil Dead, whatever that series was.
It was a series that got canceled.
Yeah.
And if I see Ash in a Marvel movie, I will not exist anymore. I will.
You know what? You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? They're not gonna have him physically in it. I guarantee you there'll be a scene where someone's watching it, where it's on the TV, you see it for a quick second, you're like, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I'm calling it to be in it.
To me, I thought when he made that comparison, if you know Evil Dead, to make that comparison means we're about to see a version of Wanda that's about to be terrifying.
Yes.
Terrifying.
Yes.
Because that's the only comparison you could even link with Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and Evil Dead 2 is the female character.
Should I watch these before the movie? I've never seen these. How scary are these?
Evil Dead 2 is actually a fun time. I don't think it's like...
Okay.
Do you have a weak stomach, though, Trayvon?
Yeah, that's a good question.
No.
Do you have a weak stomach?
No.
You don't have a weak stomach. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me flavor that question better. What's a horror movie that you think you couldn't watch because you have a weak... Because it's just not something you can see?
I've watched all the Saws. All the stuff they did.
No.
I'm all right.
Worse? No, that's not a comparison.
The Boys is terrible. The Invincible's terrible. Like,
no, we're not talking about
what? Okay.
No. Did you see the Evil Dead remake in 2013?
Ooh, that was. Oof. I wouldn't suggest that to be the first movie.
No. I was asking for comparison's sake. Don't start that for Evil Dead at all. Don't do that for sure. It's very different than the original series. Completely different.
You know what, Trayvon?
Series or a movie?
It's a movie. Okay. The Evil Dead, Ash vs. Evil Dead is a series, but that's that's meant to be more so comical. I don't know a fair comparison I could make. I would just say you don't need to watch it. like it's something I would recommend if I thought you were into horror, but if you're not into horror,
I like Scream, I like Saw, I like Paranormal Activity. That's kind of where my area.
If you want to learn more about the Sam Raimi as a director outside of the Spider-Man trilogy he did, I would suggest trying out Evil Dead 2. It is pretty intense, but as far as like what goes on, but it's a fun time. It's pretty campy if you're into like super like B crazy horror.
I will say a better
Drag Me to Hell.
A better recommendation for someone getting into Sam Raimi, because this is in my top 5 horror movies of all time. I know a lot of people hated it, but Drag Me to Hell was
called it. Yep,
I love that.
It was fucking perfection.
Yep.
And Trayvon, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna rip someone's head off, or oh, I'm gonna stab you 90 times. It's more jump scare, but the story of it is what grabs you. And then when you get to the end, you go, oh no.
Oh, I loved the ending. It was
it's so damn good. Justin Long is in it. Love Justin Long. He needs to be in more horror movies. But Drag Me to Hell is something I recommend to everybody that's like, I'm not really into horror, but I'm kind of, and it's like, that's the perfect gateway to get you in. It's something like Drag Me to Hell that's not overly gory, but it's so many jump scares. But when you watch it on TV, it doesn't hit you like watching it in the theater where it's surround sound everywhere. and the jump scare kind of hit you like that.
Mm.
I saw that in theaters with my dad, and I remember us leaving just going, holy shit, this was amazing. This was crazy. But that's just Sam Raimi. That's peak Sam Raimi for me. Like that to me is where I start with Sam Raimi. I love everything, don't get me wrong, but that's one of my all-time favorite horror movies. Is Drag Me to Hell. Just the story was great. If I had to pick a horror movie that would be something I could watch over and over and over again, I know I'm gonna immediately, as soon as we end this show, go, shit, no, not that one. I'm gonna have to say, because I'm prisoner of the moment, Scream 5. Because I felt as though Scream 5 was the best of all of the Screams.
Really?
Interesting.
100%. I thought it was the best.
It's my second favorite.
And the only reason I put it at number one, because I did do a rewatch. I joined someone else's podcast where they were doing Screams. I went through them. But what I think I love most about this movie over the other ones was it was able to be more meta, right?
Right.
So
Okay.
It had them narrating exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Everything literally play out. Because remember, the first one was establishing the horror movie. And then after that, it was, we've already seen the story. Now you're just living it again. And this one was through the eyes of another main character, where she was living it. And it was the idea of, well, we kind of know the story already. How can we survive it? So to me, that's what made it so special. And again, it was the only time that I at no point guessed correctly who he was.
My guess was so off.
And you know what's funny? I actually guessed, and I'm looking through my old episodes so I can pull it up. I actually guessed the killer when we did our trailer breakdown for that movie.
Really?
When we did the trailer breakdown for that movie, I said, I think it's that, and I'm not going to say who it is because it's still somewhat fresh, so I don't want to spoil it. But I remember saying, he's the most recognizable face out of them all, right? So I'm like, kind of feel like you're going to go that route, right? And then I remember as I'm sitting in the movie, I'm like, yeah, I still feel that. And I remember going, oh, nope, that's out of the window. Oh, nope, that's out of the window. And then I remember when you get to the end, and it's just like, I'll be damned. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Who was the girl that was the sister? What's the actress's name? Because I want to give her a lot of credit because she's
Jenny
on
Ortega?
Yeah. No, not Jenny Ortega. Her brother. They were what's his name's niece and nephew. You were saying it before.
Randy's niece and nephew. Her name, Jessica. Hang on, I have it.
Oh,
because she was in the Miles Morales game. She played.
She was.
She was in the new series on Showtime.
She's in Yellow Jackets.
Yes, that's the series on Showtime.
Yeah,
she's on a roll, bro, and no one's giving
her Jasmine Savory Brown.
Thank you. No one's giving her credit, and she's on a massive role. The Miles Morales game being the first time a lot of us were introduced to her as a tinkerer, then following it up with Yellow Jackets, and then following that up with Scream 5. She's on a roll. And she's
taking some other slasher film I saw recently.
Oh,
yeah, so I just wanted to give her just due.
Great. She's so great. I loved her so much in the movie. She's my favorite new character that they established.
Yeah.
Like, I hope she stays around. I hope we have a Randy-esque character around long term instead of losing them in the sequel like we did with the original trilogy. Sorry, spoiler alert for Scream 2.
A little bit of a spoiler.
Randy.
But no, so I wanted to give her a shout out because I very much loved the trajectory her career is going on. So shout out to her.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna do a few more before we get out of here. I'm not gonna hold you guys. Christopher Lloyd. Anyone that's not familiar with the name, Back to the Future, that should give you all the recognition you need. Has been cast in season 3 of The Mandalorian. I would love to say that this shocked me, but I still can't get over the fact that fucking Nick Nolte did The Mandalorian in season 1. So I'm like, if Nick Nolte did it, it's now open to anybody to be willing to do something with Star Wars. So again, I've never seen Back to the Future. I told you I can't do campy.
Neither have I.
Neither.
Okay.
Yeah, right here.
Whoa.
Look at the three of us.
I mean, it's our you know
Whoa.
when you
So are
hear
you
you know what it
surprised by
is.
me?
You know what it is. You know the cars,
what
the
it is.
DeLorean,
Exactly.
all that. But I've never seen it.
I know the premise.
But
Right.
Yeah.
But look, to make it even worse, Rocky, Karate Kid,
Ooh.
none of those.
Whoa,
hang on,
Rocky.
pause.
Wait, not even Rocky.
I'm way more on Rocky, but not on Karate Kid. I've definitely seen
Karate
Karate
Wait,
Kid.
Karate Kid?
I've seen all Karate Kids.
Let me be very clear. Let me be
Even
very
the next Karate Kid, all of them.
Let me be very clear. This is not me saying, oh, it looked horrible, I didn't want to watch it, or oh, I think it's stupid. I'm not saying any of that. I am just very to my core. Cheesy 80s makes me sick to my fucking stomach. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's just the campiness of it drives me insane. I can't do it. It's why I didn't like Jaws. I saw Jaws only to see that I was watching two motherfuckers fish for an hour and a half. You barely
I love Jaws.
I hate
the
I love
opening
Jaws.
is an all-time great opening.
Statements right now.
Wait, did
So
you just
much
say
better.
Deep Blue Sea?
Deep Blue Sea is so much better. A shark is being a shark the whole movie. I'm seeing him eat people, rip people in half. Samuel Jackson had one of the greatest on-screen deaths by a shark. Deep Blue Sea is the superior shark movie. Let me say that again. Superior shark.
This is a rough statement.
This is
a very rough statement.
I honestly think he just loves chaos. He loves chaos.
He has to.
Yes.
Has to be it. There's no other way.
Yes, no, but all jokes aside,
I don't like to agree with you, but I agree with you. I prefer Deep Blue Sea over Jaws.
I prefer Deep Blue Sea. Sorry.
I haven't seen both. I haven't seen either one, so I don't know. Yeah.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
I know Jaws. I know Jaws is a shark. That's all.
Sharks on steroids.
Sorry. Yeah.
I love me a good shark movie.
I need a good. You know what?
You know what? I
tell you what. Let's move on because if we stay here, I'm gonna tell you why Shark Tale is better. But anyway,
going on
anyway.
Woo, okay.
Don't let me get into Finding Nemo now. Don't let me get into.
Oh my god.
Okay, go to the next time.
Wait. What you gonna do? You're not gonna. Hold on.
I'm saying fish are friends, not food. Don't make me get into my Nemo bag now. Don't make me get into my Neminary. I'll get right into my Nemo bag. I'll do it.
You can go into the Mandalorian bag.
Okay, all right. Let's go to Mandalorian. Thank you, Ash. See, this is why we needed a host. This is what I'm telling you guys. See, I think like that. Anyway, Ash, I know you've enjoyed the Mandalorian a lot. Are you familiar with Christopher Lloyd?
No, but whatever he is doing with the Mandalorian, I trust them. Star Wars has my I will never doubt them ever again. So whatever you want to do, you can put him in a in a paper bag.
That's a Karate Kid quote, actually.
What was that? Where did that come from? Wow.
Somewhere Christopher Lloyd is just like,
No.
what the hell?
No.
What's happening?
I don't know. A tear just fell, and I don't know.
Wow. Okay. All right. Let's
trying to say the paper bag to cover the body.
It's okay. It's okay.
I just
it's okay.
It's
okay.
You can put him in a brown bag.
Put him in a body bag.
Yikes.
Christopher Lloyd, watch out.
I was trying to say it. I was oh Lord.
Tell us how you really feel.
Damn.
All right. No Back to the Future. I'm sorry.
Goodness gracious.
I just you know what?
It's okay,
Chris?
Ash. We're gonna move on.
It's all love.
It's okay.
And either way, whatever he does in The Mandalorian, they have my unwavering trust. I'm not doubting them. They gave me beautiful Book of Boba. They're giving me Kenobi. I'm patient. Don't leak a damn thing. You don't need to tell me who he's playing. Actually,
No.
Maybe a little bit, but maybe a little bit. But
you know what? Ash does not speak for GVN. I need all the spoilers. Give me everything. Just you don't have to send it to Ash. Send it to me.
No,
I need
because you know what? I bet you liked watching Book of Boba and didn't know that Luke was going to show up or Ahsoka was going to show up.
No,
that was a beautiful.
Are you asking me if I had to do it over again? Would I want to know? 1,000%.
You shouldn't know. You don't need to know. You don't need to know.
Need to? I don't need to. No, of course not. Want to? Hell yes.
You don't want to know.
Inject it in my veins. Yes.
Everyone want to know.
Everything. Shit, you can tell me from the end of the series all the way up to current time and I'd be fine with it. I don't mind. Give me everything. And then visually show me. No problem.
I want to be surprised.
Yeah. Hey, I like spoilers. I don't mind them. Shout out to Tristan, because that was when we first started talking. He was like, "No, I love spoilers. Go ahead." I'm like, oh my god, I've never heard that before. I've literally never heard anyone say
I love spoilers.
Tell you all the time that I like spoilers.
I don't like spoilers at all.
No. He was saying he does like spoilers. He was like, yes, bring them on. And I'm like,
I like them if it's Power Rangers. Yeah. I like them if it's Power Rangers. It's all the time I like them. Anyhow else, keep
okay, Trayvon, I have to ask you. I went through, and for you, I went through and rewatched Mighty Morphin Power. Obviously not all of it, but just like, you know, a handful of episodes. What could you possibly spoil in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
You know, I mean, what's coming? What character they're gonna bring in? I'm talking about this new thing they're doing.
Oh, I got you.
Like,
about the details about it. Okay, because
yeah,
I'm like,
I want to know. I want to know what they're doing.
Spoil in Power Rangers.
Which season you pulling from? What are we doing? Like, I want to know.
Yep, that's valid though. That's valid. Like, that's
been 29 seasons.
Established.
All right.
Yeah,
right, but that's not really a spoiler. That's just giving you background on what the show is.
Yeah.
That's just details about. It's called a synopsis, Trayvon.
I need more in the synopsis.
No, but I'm saying a synopsis isn't a spoiler. That's just telling you what the show's about.
No, Trayvon wants the synopsis to be what's going to happen in each episode by episode.
I want to know.
Trayvon that's the wrong S word. Trayvon wants a script. He wants a script.
There you go. Yes. There you go.
But Jayla, you are familiar with Christopher Lloyd.
I am.
You're excited to see Christopher Lloyd blend into the world of Star Wars?
Oh, absolutely. Easy. I have no idea what role he's going to play. I'm sorry if you hear my dog, but he's a baby. But no, he's going to fit in well. He's a great actor. He does great in Back to the Future, even though you don't like campy stuff. He is very his character is iconic, to say the least. So I think it's going to do great. I'm really excited to see where they take him, how they use him, how they implement him. They could do it in a million different ways, especially in the world of Star Wars. I'm actually wearing my Empire Strikes Back shirt. You just can't see it. So I am very excited. I love where we're going with Star Wars as we are right now. And I can't wait to see what's in the future. I have high hopes, fingers crossed, that we keep getting good content.
Yeah. And let me also be very clear. Shout out to Christopher Lloyd in what the future means. Because I wouldn't have Rick and Morty without Christopher Lloyd.
That's very true.
So I always give respect. So that wasn't to disrespect by saying that's not my field.
All the movie nerds are like coming at you.
Oh, trust me, I've heard it since the day I created Geek Vibes Nation, and I've told people that I've heard this. So I've just heard it for 8 years now. So it's fine. It doesn't even bother me anymore. But I just will never lie. That's one thing I won't do. I'll die on the hill. If I didn't see it, I didn't see it. I'm not going to try to fit in where I get in. I'll stick out. You know, I didn't see it. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
Yeah. I haven't too.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, I'd watch a rom-com before I watch any of those cheesy 80 movies, if I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong. And there is nothing wrong with rom-coms. Don't be coming to rom-coms.
It's sure not.
Rom-com? I could watch Runaway Bride, shout out to my mom, 1,000,000 times. I fucking love that movie. I love that movie. Sorry. Love it. That's peak Julia Roberts. Are we serious right now? Come on, before you pass the torch to Jennifer Lopez, that was peak. Come on, that's just peak. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
We need to bring back rom-coms, by the way. So sorry. Yes. We need to bring them back. Bring back rom-coms.
We still have rom-coms. They just blend it differently now, but we still
no. We have knockoff rom-coms.
No.
Have you watched With Love on Amazon Prime?
No,
I haven't watched that one as yet. It's on my
list.
The
Love Life series on HBO Max was really great.
But we also just had a rom-com with
Marry Me, Owen Wilson, right?
Okay, first of all,
he
did not fit the love interest of being attractive. I'm so sorry. Rom-coms, you got.
Watch With Love.
All I'm saying is, I didn't see Sarah Jessica
Love
Parker
series.
I didn't see Sarah Jessica Parker in so many rom-coms, and if that counts, I don't understand why. And then that's
I don't care. I need my Matthew McConaughey's in my rom-coms.
No, because that almost ruined that poor man's career. Is that we thought he was only good for rom-coms, only to find out
and he played the role really well.
Absolutely not. No. Blend rom-coms in. Don't
absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is the problem with y'all. Y'all want to blend everything together. We need distinction.
You know what? You want a rom-com? Superbad was a rom-com. You had Superbad. There you go.
That is not.
No.
That is no.
Really?
That was an interesting.
Really?
That was a stretch.
Really?
That is
Really?
reaching. That's reaching further than Reed Richards would do.
Not even Miss Marvel would reach that high.
That is a stretch.
Oh my God! Why wasn't that a rom-com? Explain to me how that's not a rom-com.
Because not.
I just don't think it's very
Was there love?
romantic.
Was there love? It was very romantic.
Was there? No.
It was. It was adorable.
Purple.
It was.
We need to redefine
Adorable?
for you what.
Adorable.
You know what? I'm sorry. I take that back.
Adorable.
You know what was a better rom-com? I'll take that back. What was a better rom-com?
Oh,
They're
God.
going on dirty.
Something wild.
Oh, God.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
wild.
that's the wedding
Which
party.
one?
Sausage Party was a really good rom-com. That was a story
What?
about love.
What?
I told you it was
What?
gonna be
Party.
something wild. I knew it.
Sausage Party.
I knew it was gonna be
I didn't
some-
hear what you said. I didn't hear what you said.
Sausage Party was a really good rom-com.
I have no comment.
Was that not a good rom-com?
I have no comment.
I guess I don't know what rom-coms are. Maybe that.
You don't, and that's fine. Just say that. Just say that. You don't.
This is why you catch those strays. Exactly. It's like the ricochet from all of the BS you be saying on this show. That's why you catch the strays.
So what about Sausage Party wasn't romantic? I don't understand. That was a story about love. He wanted to get back.
We're not
to
doing this. Can we move on? Can we get to
Move on.
Hogwarts?
All right, Didge.
Move on.
I'm gonna go to you,
Move
Didge.
I just
I'm gonna go to
Sausage
you,
Party.
Didge.
Wow.
I know how
Terrible.
much you love
It's
Star
bad,
Wars.
it's awesome.
How excited are you to see Christopher blend into the world of Star Wars?
I am really excited. I spent that entire time after you said that he was in it trying to see if I could find more information. Couldn't find anything.
Nah.
I want to know who is he gonna be? How long is he gonna be in? I saw it's a guest role, so it's probably only gonna be like an episode or two. But now they just need to keep pumping out information, and they can let us know when season 3 is coming. So
Right.
I need that
We'll
at
know
this
soon.
point.
We'll know
Oh,
soon.
for sure.
We'll know soon.
That's what I was thinking. December, probably.
No. It probably won't be this year. They'll probably push it.
You
They'll
think
probably-
so?
next year. I think so next year.
Yeah, it'll be next year.
Actually,
It'll be next year.
also, you know what Star Wars related spoilers that I actually do want
Mhm.
is that Bryce Dallas whatever
Howard.
her name is, yeah,
Dallas Howard. Mhm.
what she did the little eye emoji about Mace Windu.
Mhm.
That
Samuel.
yes.
Mhm.
That I will do.
I still
Actually,
Actually, no, I don't want that. That is the one spoiler I don't want. I want to be surprised with that.
Oh no, I want that.
Well,
want
okay, I agree and disagree. I agree with Ash because I would want the spoiler to be that he's getting his own series, right? And if you're not doing that, if he's not getting his own series, then I don't want to know. I'd rather just see him pop up and I go, "Oh shit, Mace Windu." That's
But see, I would want the series to come after we saw him. Like I would want him to pop up in something, and then it's like, "Oh shit, Mace," and then it's after that is, "Oh yeah, you know he's gonna get his own series."
That's
right?
probably what they'll do anyway.
I
I
can
mean,
take
I
it
feel
either
like
So
her
that's what they're gonna
acknowledging
Yeah.
it. Her acknowledging it already gives you like she
Right.
even acknowledged it to me.
Right.
Like,
I mean, but also
it was gonna be a
still,
surprise.
I never understood why everyone assumed he was dead. It was never said he was dead.
Mm-mm.
And then everyone keeps going, well, that was a long fall. You do know Jedis have force strength, right?
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
there's no such thing as a
Ahsoka got the
long
knees. She be
Like,
force
and then
jumping
it's
like
like-
nobody business.
And then wait, here's the funnier part where everyone's just like, no, he got his arms cut off and thrown out of a window. You watch Anakin lose every possible limb not called a head, and then lay there for 5 minutes till Sidious came to get him and then obviously preserve him and make him into Vader. So
Darth
if he
Maul
can
got cut in
survive that,
half. Darth
Yes,
Maul got
exactly. I
cut
was
in
just about to
half.
say, Maul,
Like
he
he
said, boom,
what?
he came back.
bruh,
Pretty
I'm
hard to
telling
die
you,
in Star
He
Wars.
split.
Right.
no,
Like-
Star Wars is like a soap opera where you're just like,
Oh
yo,
my
he
God,
died
it is.
yesterday. And then it's just like, is that him right there? Didn't he get his head chopped off? Yeah, but he back. How the hell is that?
Shakti, do you know how many times she has died?
Yes,
She has
yes,
died multiple
Yes.
times.
yes,
She is the soap opera of Star Wars.
yes. So to
Let,
me,
let my girl
I just,
rest in peace.
I just always get frustrated when people are like, no, he's definitely dead. And I'm just like, but you've seen
He's
the
not
opposite
dead.
so many times. like you've seen
Right.
the pure opposite a billion different times in Star Wars, and they're still convinced he's dead.
We
I
just
mean,
got it.
yeah.
Book of Boba.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How
Everyone
many-
assumed he was dead. Nope.
We
not
thought he was
dead.
dead for how many decades now? And no, that motherfucker still popped up alive. Scarred
Exactly.
So
and
him
everything.
legit get eaten.
Rise of Skywalker.
Oh,
Yes.
let's not talk about that.
Entirety of
No,
Rise of Skywalker.
No, but that is another example
Well,
for
that's
sure.
it.
100%. So yeah, Mace Windu's not dead. If he wants to pop up, pop up.
I'm
Pop
not going to complain. I'm not going to be upset that he
Hell
comes
no.
back. I'm not gonna
Right.
go, oh God,
Mm.
this sucks. No,
Mm.
please.
No.
You mean to
Go
tell me we're
ahead.
getting prequels? We getting prequels content, and y'all are complaining?
I don't
Bye.
understand. That's not a
Exactly.
world I want to live in. I don't
I
understand.
would never. I would
don't
never bite the
understand.
hands that feed
Bruh,
me.
I watched
be me.
Kylo Ren die. And if they told me tomorrow Kylo Ren is alive, I wouldn't even think twice. Yeah.
I
okay.
prefer it actually. I want
Mhm.
more.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
He did not need to
100%
die
makes
at all.
He did not.
Bring
It was
him
a
back.
pointless,
But you
stupid ass
can't-
step.
You
Thank
can't
you.
bring him back.
Thank you.
For what?
You can't bring him back as Ben Solo, though. Ben Solo needed to die right then. You need to bring him back as Kylo Ren. Ben Solo died. That's it. That's soft. Ben Solo's
No.
soft. We can't
No.
do soft in this galaxy.
No.
I need
Boo.
No, boo, boo.
Kylo
We don't.
Ren.
We don't agree with this. Bye.
You want Ben Solo back?
Yes,
Yes.
I want Ben Solo
Hell,
back.
hell no.
I want Ben Solo
You're
back.
just wrong. Sorry.
Hell, Ben
Yes,
Solo that
you're
died
wrong.
for love?
You're wrong. You're
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah,
Hell
we
no.
want it.
No.
We want Ben Solo. We want to explore it. We
Nope.
want his redemption arc. And we want to live.
Exactly.
Nope.
What do you think was driving Anakin's his little rage? His love for Padme.
Yes.
What you
And
think?
if you ask me,
It's
and
a
if you
soap
ask me
opera.
who was cooler, Anakin or Darth Vader, it's Darth Vader every day of the week. What are we talking about?
I love
What are
both
we
of them
talking
equally.
So y'all saying this right? So Kanan can be allowed too, right? Bring him back. Yeah. Bring Kanan
Yes.
back.
I mean,
Yes.
come on,
Bring
if they
my boy
want-
back. Bring him back.
if they
You're
want-
absolutely
if they
right.
want-
Bring Kanan
If
back.
they
Bring
want-
him back.
they
Bring
want.
him back.
He died
Because I
horrible.
still
He died really bad.
that was
That was
that
really
has
bad.
scarred me. I
And
have
you know
yet
what
to
was
rewatch
worse?
Rebels
Time
because
out.
of that.
I'm about to give you a horrible pun. You know what was worse about his death, Trayvon? He didn't even see it coming. I know, but he didn't. But he didn't. That's what made it worse. That's
No,
what made
he
it
did.
worse.
No, he did
I'm just
because he
saying.
got his eyesight back. He got his eyesight back.
That's right. That's right.
He got
All
his
of it's
eyesight.
fixed.
He
Everything's
did.
fixed.
He got his
Everything's fixed.
eyesight
I'll
back
say
right
so.
before.
I remember
Yes, he
him
did.
being super Ray Charles blind when he died.
No.
If
If
you
you
say so.
actually no, because that is always the time. The part where I bawl my eyes out is exactly when the little haze over his eyes goes away, and the last thing he sees is them flying off. And I forgot whatever the little jet is named. Okay.
Yeah, but were his eyes open or was he seeing through the force? There's a
No,
difference.
his eyes were open.
His
I'm
eyes
gonna
go back.
rewatch. I'm gonna rewatch.
I'm
You
literally
say
watching.
I'm watching the
Exactly.
scene.
They came
watching-
back. No, the color came back. Whatever.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
said his
Right there.
eyes grew back. I was gonna say he didn't get him
The
taken
color
out.
came back.
His color
I'm
came
watching
back.
it, but
Like, his
I
eyesight
literally
came,
just
like
watched
his
it.
eyesight came
Yeah,
back.
it
Like,
did.
Yeah.
That's what
It
we're
did.
trying to say.
It did.
So don't be making that joke, disrespecting my boy like that. Mm-mm.
All right, but he was
Rude.
still. You know what? Then that leads even more to him being Stevie Wonder blind, because we still know Stevie Wonder ain't blind. So there you go. What are you gonna say, Trevor?
He was in. Y'all not gonna like this. He made so when he was doing all that, forcing and all that, he put himself in a force cocoon and he flew away. That's what I think.
Okay.
he didn't,
So
he
anyway,
didn't blow up.
to
He
go
didn't
on to
blow
our
up.
last two
He didn't
topics.
blow up.
I'm with
To
you.
go
I'm
on
with
to
you.
our last two topics.
Why you got
The reviews of Moon Knight and Halo have
Ooh.
been very good. Very, very good. As someone who saw the first two episodes of Moon Knight, it is everything it hyped itself up to be. That shit is bananas. And I mean exactly how Gwen Stefani spelled it. It is just pure banana.
Yeah. For the reference. Love it. Love that.
You know what, Trayvon? You know what? I will say there are 3 songs in the history of my 28 years that I've never been able to get out of my head. It's that, it's I Whip My Hair, and it's Lip Gloss.
Oh my God.
I could never get those fucking songs out of my head. So much so to where I'm dying for Jordan Peele to make a eerie version so I could finally exorcise the demons of those songs out of my head. Just remix it in the demonic way that you do, Jordan Peele, and then I can finally say goodbye to these songs. I need it. I just need that. I got 5 on it since that Us trailer came out. I can't hear that song the same anymore. Hell no.
Iconic.
I still listen to that song.
I can't. I think if I look over, I'm gonna see someone holding scissors. You know what I'm saying? You know how common it is for people to hold scissors in today's world? I can't do it. No, thank you.
Well, I didn't watch the movie, so I can listen to the song as much as I please.
Whip My Hair was a moment. Think about it.
Whip My Hair was a moment.
It was a moment. It was a moment.
It really was.
For who?
The video was so good too. It
Pop
was fun.
Exactly.
So fun. So fun.
It
was fun.
You need to stop hating. You really need to.
I think you guys are expanding.
And there was an unofficial
pop culture.
There was also an unofficial remix.
Who doesn't know the song Whip My Hair?
That's a fair
Who
point.
doesn't remember that era?
That era, maybe they know
her
the
like
song.
taking like a
yes.
Listen.
You know what happened during that era? You know, I'm like, no, that'd be a bar. Yeah, I'm stop being a bar.
I thought you was going back.
There's an unofficial remix. There's an unofficial remix of that song that has Nicki on it. I just remember that. As soon as you said that, that's my mind went.
Trayvon, and then, we know you love.
And then I think about this, and then I think about the song that
she
my
God.
With Willow.
We know you just got Nicki and Cola Ray. We know you're living on high right now. We know.
How is the song? I haven't listened to it.
It's great. You should watch
it. Nicki, you're asking Trayvon that who loves Nicki is in it. Trayvon always tell you it's great. Trayvon will say, I don't even know who Cola Ray is, but Nicki's there. So like it's good. It's good enough with Nicki.
I definitely noticed an uptick of Nicki Minaj stuff on my Twitter timeline after I followed them. I was like, where's all this coming from?
I have been very, it's been light. I haven't
really.
Bro, I told you there are two reasons why I contemplated getting rid of Twitter. Trayvon and Nicki Minaj and AJ and Haley Steinfeld. It's just too much. It's too much.
Sorry.
Damn, y'all. No. Trayvon, you do yours in moderation.
I may stand. I'm standing that.
I will tell you this. If somebody AJ? Who doesn't,
and I'm a real one. I buy the stuff. I'm real. I buy it. I buy everything. I'm real.
So. AJ's gonna get blocked.
No, because AJ's just making me hate Haley Steinfeld, and I love her. She's awesome, but I can't keep seeing her every damn day.
I had my stand phase. I can't blame him.
Oh my goodness.
No, wait, listen, I still have my stand phase right now. Yeah. But I can't be like, you gotta saturate.
You gotta break it up. Break it up.
Like AJ, he ain't there yet. He's still in the honeymoon phase.
See, I'm a little different. I don't make tweets. I just retweet stuff. A lot of
that's worse.
See, that's different. No,
that's worse.
Definitely worse.
Let me tell you why it's worse. Let me tell you why it's worse.
I don't do all that.
This is why it's worse. Because when I see it, I start to think, shit, am I following something? And then I'm like, wait a minute. And then I see no retweeted by, and I'm like, God damn you, Trayvon. Because then I start
it's also Twitter's fault because when I like stuff they put on the timeline too, that's not my fault. I didn't tell them to do that. I don't know why they do that.
At the extendo clip that you be liking Nicki Minaj stuff at, it is 100% your fault.
It should just be in my likes. It should be on your timeline.
I agree with you.
That's not my fault. That's not my fault.
I
don't know
agree.
why.
You know what? Trayvon
should be on your timeline. Your likes should not be on your timeline.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now.
I agree.
If any of y'all have seen Rambo, Trayvon is like Rambo letting that thing go. Just letting that thing go.
A new song just came out. Look, you gotta
get your streams up.
Exactly what you expect.
You gotta.
I expect Trayvon to let some other fan do it. That's what I
expect. No,
I do, and I retweet them. And I retweet them.
Yes. You know what, Trayvon? I'm absolutely there with you. You go ahead and do that because come May 25th, that's what I'm gonna be doing. So go right ahead.
Anyway, like I was saying, Moon Knight lives up to the hype. Moon Knight is awesome. So for all you guys that maybe were like, I don't know, Moon Knight's great. Moon Knight's great. I told Trayvon, I think, and it's prisoner of the moment, but I think it's probably one of the best Marvel things I've seen to date. It is just, it's epic, and it blends its world very beautifully. So obviously that's all I can say. That's where I'm going to end it there. We're going to move on because Trayvon, before we go, I want you to just live in your Hogwarts. Give us everything Hogwarts, the game. Go ahead. The floor is yours, Trayvon.
Let's see. So it's just okay. So they really put a lot of work and thought and just it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. It's everything that you would want to be able to play in. Like, you know, watching the movies, it's like, oh, this is so pretty. This is great to watch. But now be able to interact. It's just like the thought of that alone is amazing to me. Like, then I saw the broomstick. I'm like, wait a minute, can I just do that? Like, would I feel like it? I just want to get on the broomstick and just, like I do with Spider-Man. I just swing around the city most of the time. Like, just I don't even do shit. I just swing. Like, just
no. Do you think, Trayvon? I do want to ask you. Do you think I could throw hands with Muggles? Because that's what I'm looking for. Do you think like Grand Theft Auto, but with Harry Potter? I can't throw hands with Muggles.
I highly doubt that.
All right, go ahead, continue. That's whack. Continue.
You might can shoot a spell, maybe.
I want to shoot the. I want to shoot the fade. If I'm Slytherin, I should be able to shoot the fade.
I mean, from the combat, it looks like they're not even fighting.
Not all Slytherins are like that.
Yes, all Slytherins are like. I remember in the Harry Potter movie, all the Slytherins sitting at one table. What are we talking about right now? They're not.
They're not all bad and all bad.
They're not all bad.
No, right.
Every house sat at their own table. Don't be trying to single Slytherin.
No. I'm talking about he who shall not be named. Every Slytherin was at that table. Were they not?
You mean the Death Eaters at the table?
No. I don't want to say too much because Jayla hasn't watched it. We'll talk about it.
Voldemort.
We'll talk about it off air.
That's all I have. Voldemort. That's all I got.
I will never say.
That's enough. That is enough.
I will never say.
That is enough.
He who shall not be named. I never say his name.
That's enough.
But nah, man, I should be able to fist fight some Muggles. What you talking about? Like jack a Muggle for a bite? Any of those things? Nothing. All right, go ahead.
A bite? We have a broom.
Right.
I might want to ride it. I'm sorry. I just started playing San Andreas again.
What's this? ET?
I love bikes. Give me a bike real quick.
You can.
Let me throw
you probably can apparate places. Why would you need a bike?
I want a bike real quick.
You can probably apparate.
Yo, I'm telling you, Trayvon, I'm gonna badly review this game if I can't fight Mo. I'm telling you right now.
That's fine. I'll block you at that point. I'll do it. That's when I'll block you.
That's what I'll do.
And I never talk about that. Never talk about that. Probably not.
There's too much love and respect to block me.
I'll just close.
I block you guys. You guys don't block me. I block you guys.
No, you just leave the group. Listen, do you want to leave the group when you get uncomfortable?
Can we remove him?
I'm sorry. Remove me again? I believe I left and y'all kept adding me back.
Well, you know what? How about I remove you this time?
It wouldn't serve me no harm. I left. Go ahead. Anyway, Trayvon, go ahead. What were you saying about Hogwarts? Where I can't shoot the
also the so the combat is what I was, I guess, the most interested in, to seeing how that was gonna go. I still want to know how the controller works. I mean, I get what they're saying, like, you know, you learn different spells. I'm like, well, how do you equip them? How do you use them? It looks fun. It looks like apparently you can, the spells get stronger, which sounds really fun. And apparently you can choose what side you're on. You'll be good or evil. I was like, that sounds really cool too.
Yes,
sir. And I was like, that sounds fun. Now I might start out evil. I don't know.
Ain't no might about it.
So
you will. You absolutely will.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm starting off evil. I don't even think I'll even see what playing is good is. I'll just be evil the whole time. You serious? Come on.
This game. Oh God. I just want it. I can't believe it. I really thought it was gonna cancel. I really thought it was. So the fact that they announced that state of play, you don't know the sigh of relief when I saw that announcement. And I was like, oh, we actually getting it. Oh my God. But yeah, it just looks beautiful. I like the combat. I like that apparently the character you make has a ability that is mysterious or something that they were saying. That sounds really intriguing. Like they mentioned Merlin in there. That's like one of my trigger. Like I love with anything references Merlin, and I'm really excited about this. Like this, they got me, man. Like I'm just trying to figure out. I'm actually really contemplating on. I want to see how the Switch game works because I'm really concentrating on getting a PS5 and Switch just so I can have it everywhere. I'm really contemplating.
Look out, because Switch hasn't done a bundle in a while. So they're due for one. So just keep an eye out for whatever their next bundle is, and just do that. Because look, if they didn't do a bundle for Kirby, which I don't think they will, maybe they'll do it for Sonic. I mean, you just have to bundle. Maybe the new Pokemon they bundle. They just haven't done one since, I believe, Smash Brothers. No. Let's Go Pikachu, I think, was a bundle.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Let's Go Pikachu was a bundle, but they don't really do bundles. So I'm
looking to buy the OLED. So yeah.
I was about to say, honestly, they haven't really updated the original at all. They just went light. They went to light. They skipped right over doing any fixings on the OG. They just said, "Here's light. Just buy that instead."
They have done it. They did it quietly. They have done fixes to the original quietly. There's like a slightly better battery or something, but they're not telling anybody. Apparently, the box has changed and the Switch is a little different, but it looks the exact same. You won't be able to know unless you.
All I know is I bought a new OG and the left Joy-Con still don't work. So whatever your little tweakings was, you didn't fix the only.
Well, that's having people sending them in right now and stuff. So
that's what they keep saying. That's what they keep saying. But how about this? How about for the $200 something I spent, you make your left or your right Joy-Con work? I
don't even use those things. I use the Pro Controller. So I'm
with you on that. But I didn't. Hey, when I bought it with the Joy-Cons.
I know.
Joy-Cons need to work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You saw that thing I retweeted today. I'm thinking about buying one of them too. Whatever those things. Those two.
Oh yes, the holder.
That looks really cool.
Yeah. The holder for it that extends out. Yeah.
Well, no, it's like a bigger controller, but it's like Joy-Con half, and you put on the sides. Yeah. That looks cooler than the Joy-Cons. Joy-Con's kind of small. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really contemplating on buying.
They are.
Yeah.
And even the little black thing you can put the Joy-Cons in.
Yeah, that's not
Make them bigger.
No one has baby hands like bigger ones that are like more traditional remote, but they weren't like wildly advertised.
That's what I'm talking about. I retweeted today. I didn't know they had all these styles. Like they have a Sonic one and the Arceus one, and
I still have beef with the Switch though. So
what's your beef with the Switch?
Well, I have the Lite right now. And I just I don't like that it doesn't have rumble features. Like it took away a lot of like basic bare minimum, like even handheld consoles. Like it's ridiculous. I come on, why?
Look, I keep saying this. Switch. If you keep fucking up like this, you're gonna get Mr. Sony thinking about that. Maybe that PSP was ahead of its time. Maybe I rolled the dice again.
Oh my god, they do that again.
They lost it.
That would be beautiful.
Bring back the Vita. Give the Vita another life.
But time out. If you're gonna bring back the Vita, this is what I want them to do that they did not do for everything last time outside of sports games. Make everything continuous play. If God of War comes out, I want to play it on my PSP. Yeah. If Spider-Man comes out, I want to play it on my PSP. Figure that shit out, make it happen, because not all of us only play sports, and that's really what the feature was for.
Right.
When the PSP first came, or the Vita rather, first came out, it was like for baseball at that time, where you could do continuous play. Do that, and Sony on top of that, let your first bundle be Sly Cooper. And I'm telling you right now, I'll give you every goddamn dime I have. Every dime I can find.
And the market's there. People are still buying Vitas. They're still looking for Vitas. It's still a hot item. It's there. They just need to give it a chance.
I definitely just almost bought one.
It seems like they're like more focused on that. You don't have a
Switch without the Vita. So I'm like, why not revisit it? Obviously, you're in a time where it's thriving. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Trevor.
It would be a cool thing for them to make, but I feel like they're kind of pushing this remote play app, like you can get on like iPad, your phone, and all that stuff. So it does work well.
I mean, it does, but to me, what I loved about the Vita is what I love about the Switch. It's massive, right? So you still get the same experience of obviously not as big of a screen, but a nice big screen that you could still play your games on. And to me, the PSP and the Switch, the biggest things that stand out to me is the functionality of it, and then the idea of if the Vita, ever makes a resurgence of if I'm playing a game at home and I'm like, shit, I'm late, I gotta head out, but like I'm in the middle of something. I know I could just save it, and then just continue on in the play with the Vita. Bring the Vita with me, and then just continue playing on that. So I'm like, there's just so many elements of it that were great. They were ahead of their time. They unfortunately weren't making enough good games for it. Yeah. A lot of the best sellers were the like the Japan games and shit like that. Yeah. So that should have let you know, do more. Like they thought Uncharted would be their home run. It was a great game, but that was really everything that you had. Really was that Uncharted. And I think that's when they gave us that disgusting Uncharted.
Yes.
Yeah. So shame.
All they gotta do is like combine PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, bring in one service, and then do the Vita. Like then we'll have games to play. Like, yeah, I think that's what they should do. But
yep, I'm 100% with you. So, Didge, are you a big gamer?
I am. I've been playing Elden Ring. That's been my life for the past couple of weeks.
That game looks very hard.
I've been
watching people on Twitch.
I heard
watching Jamie last night on Twitch.
I heard Elden Ring is just Satan crip walking in that game. That's how hard it is. That's just the devil doing his work in that game. That's all that is.
It's so much fun, and it is difficult. Like everything is out to kill you, and shit'll pop out wherever you are. Like I was fighting a dragon last night and got burnt to death, so that was a little frustrating. But it's so much fun because it's a true like wide open world. Right. I think I've been playing, like I said, for probably like 2 weeks, and apparently I haven't touched the story yet. I've just been doing side missions and stuff. Damn. I don't know where to go to do the story yet. I mean, you could probably figure out pretty quickly, but I've just been having so much fun doing random stuff. You enjoy it
more than Shadows? Because Shadows is top tier.
Is it true you can't pause the game?
No, yeah, you can't pause it.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Yeah,
so
I can't do that.
I thought that was a meme.
No. If you press the start, it takes you to. If you press like the start button, it takes you to like see your inventory and all of that. But if something's like running up on you, you can still get hit.
Bro, they're trying to make us live out that episode of South Park where they were all playing World of Warcraft and Cartman was peeing and dutying in a bucket because he couldn't get up. That's what we're gonna have to do. You turning us into South Park, Elden Ring?
I mean, to be fair, you can run off and find a spot to duck off real quick if you need to go do something. Like I was cooking dinner.
I love that. It's kind of funny. That's so chaotic.
I was literally like I was playing while cooking dinner, and I found the spot that I can duck off to like go, put something in the oven or something. So it's not like not impossible.
It's just
so fun to watch people play.
Like you just described war. So that's like being in war and going, yo, I got to.
Do you stream yourself?
They're gonna hold on.
I gotta make sure I do stream it every so often.
It's so fun to watch people play, man. I'm telling you,
it's so insane. Like when the dragon, when I was fighting it last night, it literally popped up. I was running through a lake. You're on horseback, so me and my horse were going through the lake, and then all of a sudden, I just saw like a wall of flame. And I was like, what is that? And I turned it to dragon. So, of course, I tried to fight it. And it didn't go so well.
I be feeling sorry for horses in games, man. Like, picture being a horse where you're like, all right, bet. We about to go home. I'm going to eat. He might brush me tonight. Might get some carrot. It's about to be lit. And all of a sudden, you just feel your neck being turned. And you see this big ass dragon, and he's riding you towards it. The horse got to be like, "Oh hell no! Get up off me! Walk your ass up to that dragon. That's out your mind. They'd be crazy. Like that horse had his whole afternoon planned out. I'm gonna turn on some Netflix, run a nice bath. I'm gonna get
Netflix.
Eat me some ham.
Like, let's go fight this dragon. Let's go fight this big ass dragon. A dragon." Man, if you don't take your ass walking up to that dragon, you must be out your mind riding up there. Because I just know playing Red Dead Redemption 2, my horse died every other day. That's all I know. That's all I know. My horse would die every other day. I get a new horse, you'd be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know you heard Rudy yesterday, but
I used to name my horse. I'd name the horse the same name, just add a number at the end.
Damn. So you pretty much selling the horse down.
This is Jerry 3, y'all. Jerry 2 died the other day.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I be trying to feel sad, but if I gotta fight a bear, my horse is my shield. I be jumping off the horse to hope the bear gets the horse. So I get the bear.
Red Dead, I was not favorable with horses. It was rough.
Oh, all right.
Like you said, it was either you or the horse. It was either you or the horse. And it wasn't gonna be me.
You say that now, but them bears in Red Dead Redemption 2 was like the bear in the Revenant. Them some big ass bears up in that thing. I ain't fighting the bear straight up. You take the horse first. You never seen the Revenant?
No.
It's good because you don't like that kind of gore. It's good you didn't see that, but that bear.
Yeah, it's pretty intense actually.
Yeah, good, great.
It's pretty intense movie.
Yeah, I see that.
When I tell you that bear fought him like they knew each other, they were rival gangs or something. That bear was merciless.
It was like the fight scene in Mean Girls where everyone's going at it.
Yes, that's exactly
hilarious. I've never heard it compared to that. Hilarious.
Now can we get Mean Girls with all bears? Can we get it? Right. Bears, Mean Girls?
I'd watch it.
I'd watch a Berenstein Bears Mean Girls. I'd watch that in a heartbeat. Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, Berenstein Bears.
Oh, damn, I love that. Anyway,
good show, good books.
Oh, 100%. You know what? I thought about this. I thought about asking this. This is gonna be our last question. We're getting out of here. Just a quick answer because I'm curious. I want to know everyone's.
Oh no.
No, it can't be animated because I know people have animated for this topic and it's weird to me. But who were your childhood crushes? Like movie or TV series wise. I don't mean like in your personal life, but movie or TV wise. So mine would be what's her name? I think it was no, that's her actual name. But Lisa Bonet from A Different World.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw her, I knew exactly what love was. 100%. Only for me to grow up and go, well, I can't fight Jason Momoa. But the day I learn how to, I know I'm going to go get my woman. I know that for damn sure.
Listen, Jason went out in the cold and he went back home. So you got no chance.
I got no chance. He's Aquaman. I'm not about to go fight Jason. The man throws hammers for fun. I'm not fighting that man. But if I can slip something in his drink one day or something, I'll do that. But I'm not straight up fighting Jason Momoa for Lisa Bonet. That ain't happening. But yes, for me, it was Lisa Bonet. First of all, A Different World was just such a great show for Black youth. Promoting going to college, how fun college is. And then, yeah, Lisa Bonet. Like, I don't know what else I need to say. But yes, that is my crush. Didge, I'm going to throw it to you. Who you going with?
I think it probably the first crush I had was Mariah Carey, actually. I saw the Always Be My Baby video and I was so young and I am going to marry her.
Yeah, I still would marry Mariah Carey.
Oh yeah, that didn't change. No, that didn't change.
Yeah,
but I definitely remember that.
I would just leave her every Christmas. No way in hell for the rest of my life. I'm
me and her Christmas. I'll be there. Just
no, I can't do that. Her still trying to hit them high ass notes. No, thank you. I'm gonna go see my mom this year, Mariah, if you don't mind. I'll go with you. No. You stay here. But Mariah Carey, I wasn't expecting that. I like that. Jayla, what do you got? Don't laugh that hard. What do you got?
My first crush was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Right?
That was
so you liked older men because he was definitely 36.
My first crush was Spider-Man in general, and that's what happened. So there we go.
So you're saying anyone could have been Spider-Man and that crush?
I don't know. You're asking questions I don't have the answer to. I just know for whatever reason, in general, as a child, like my first crush was Spider-Man, and like it was the Sam Raimi movies.
I'm sorry, Jayla. All I kept thinking about was Jayla's just like, oh my god, I love Spider-Man. And you see him go to take the mask off, and it's Billy Bob Thornton, and you're just like, whoa. Like, whoa! I didn't mean anybody could be Spider-Man.
Not anyone. So yeah, there's my deepest, darkest secret.
All right, I like that. That's funny. Who are you going with?
Yeah, I'm not giving my deepest, darkest secret. No.
It's a celebrity crush, not an actual person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't mean like in your personal life.
No.
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 I said
no,
Lisa.
I know that. No, I was saying it was John Cena. That's what it was.
Like wrestling John Cena, or like when he started doing like acting? Wrestling John Cena?
When he was wrestling.
When he was the doctor of thugonomics?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I said I didn't want to share. But then you had to make me justify. You see what you did?
I think it's sweet. Don't worry.
I don't know why. It just was. And then I grew out of it. I grew out of it by high school, but that's who it was. I didn't know no better. You know how it's, can we go to somebody else?
Yes, I'm trying to. Trayvon, we're gonna go to you. Who are you putting up here? And try to balance it between Jayla's love of Billy Bob Thornton and Ash's crush on John Cena.
Whoa.
Try to rank between that.
I was a child, okay? I didn't know no better.
I just keep thinking word life is the basic thugonomics, and Ash is going, my hero. Like,
were you doing this a lot then?
Were you doing the you can't see me?
Listen, I went through a very heavy wrestling phase in my life.
It's okay.
Man.
You know.
Look,
Trayvon, can you give your answer?
Hold on, Trayvon.
There's
wrestling,
no.
Wrestling is not the judgment. I remember my dad took me Madison Square Garden. I got to meet Lita and the Hardy Boys. And I remember my dad was just like, don't be shy, like go up and say hello. That's what they're down here for. I remember saying hi to Lita and I couldn't say anything. I couldn't figure out words and she hugged me. And I remember going, yo, nah, this is the wave. Like I need that again. Like, how do I go finesse that again, Dad? And he's like, no, you only get one of those. Like, you don't hug you again. You only get two of those. But that was when I was just like, yeah, this is dope. This is awesome. Yeah. I need another one. But no, Trayvon, go ahead. And I'm very curious because you're holding back. So I'm very curious how wild yours is. Is it like Billy Bob Thornton crazy or what is it? How crazy is it?
Tobey Maguire, right? Get it right.
Tobey Maguire. You said Tobey Maguire, yeah.
Yours ain't no Tobey Maguire. You thought way too long for you to be some damn Tobey Maguire. Who is yours, Trayvon?
I can't decide between four characters.
Four?
Yeah.
God damn, Trayvon.
I can't.
Okay, first of all, don't judge him because don't judge him.
Okay, I'm just gonna name them all four.
Let's do it.
I guess so.
I will.
Let's do it.
I will judge you.
This is going to tell you a lot about me. Okay, anyway, so
hit us. Who got it?
Okay, so Angel from Buffy.
Okay.
Slater from Saved by the Bell.
Valid.
Robin from Batman and Robin. Sorry, and I know you don't like that movie, but
valid.
Beautiful. Okay.
So,
and Cole.
It's valid.
From Charmed. And Cole from Charmed.
Hell yeah.
I love all of them.
They're
valid. They're valid.
Yeah. They're all valid. I support all of them.
I
support all of it. I stand by it.
You know what? Yeah, you stand by it. I want you to see Chris O'Donnell's old ass today and tell me you still stand by it. Go look at Chris O'Donnell and tell me
that's
you
fine.
by it.
I don't need to go in that direction. I don't need to go in that direction. I'm going to enjoy him and whatever. I'm going to enjoy him.
Yes,
that's
dude.
fine.
I rolled my eyes because Trayvon finds a way to throw in Batman and Robin.
I said, it's
every episode.
It's true.
That movie ain't nothing but ass, and Trayvon just loves to throw that movie in my face. It ain't nothing.
I actually liked that movie.
That movie is fun. It's fun.
It's a fun movie.
All the characters.
It wasn't.
You don't have to.
It wasn't like a cinematic masterpiece or anything, but it was. I was probably also like what 7. I don't even know if I was
remember watching
it. It's an enjoyable movie.
Yeah,
I liked it, but when I grew up, it's a movie.
It is cheesy.
I
Yes,
also
but it's still fun.
I remember at 8 years old looking over at my dad and going, "This ain't it." And he was just like, "You're 8," and I'm like, "Nah, this ain't it. This ain't it."
I'm also not gonna lie. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so I am just going.
I highly recommend you do
Absolutely.
it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you this, Didge. The movie opens with just showing ass, right? That's it. That's how the movie.
They're putting on their suits. Stop it. They're putting on their suits.
That's fine. We like ass.
Time out. It's just ass, and then
we sure do. We sure do.
It flashes you bat nipples. That's what you get. That's what you
love
get.
that too.
Like
Love that
nipples
too. Love that too.
Absolutely. Ass and bat nipples.
Yeah, that's all the movie was. Stop it.
That's all that movie was. Every shot was just ass and bat.
It was not.
Now,
Batman credit card.
That's all that movie was.
And puns. Don't forget the puns.
And the horrible
the
puns.
puns. The puns.
They're beautiful. You just mad.
It was fun. Come on.
What?
From what I remember, it was. I remember like
Freeze, Poison Ivy, Bane. Come on.
Didge, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, because then you know what? I'll accept this. You're saying from what you remember, right? So let me just ask just one simple question. Was 8 years old like 4 or 5 years ago for you, or was that long? Because you keep saying it like you remembered it from yesterday. I think you need to go back and rewatch it and then tell me if you understand.
I mean, yeah, it was a while, but still. I mean,
I support it from like a so bad it's good standpoint.
Okay.
I support it from it's so bad it should be stricken from being a Batman movie.
So are you saying it's the worst Batman movie?
I think I've seen worse movies and I still put this up high. I've seen worse movies and this is still number one. That's how much it disgraced Batman. Are you serious?
You're just mad.
It's just because he's a Batman. Mad. He's a Batman diehard, so you're gonna say that. So it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. He's a gatekeeper. That's what he is.
Yes, he is.
You know what? That's fine. That's fine, Trayvon. That's fine. We're gonna put nipples on all your favorite superheroes, and you tell me how much you like it. Okay? You tell me how much you enjoy it.
Tell me which ones you're talking about. I mean,
all of them. It don't matter.
Captain America.
You don't get to single out. Nuh-uh. It's everybody. Everybody's getting a nipple.
I don't need Rocket Raccoon to have nipples, personally.
Rocket Raccoon, he about to be the first with a nipple.
Well, he get ready to die anyway, so it's fine.
Whoa, don't say that, Juju. You take it back.
Anyway, let me go through the comments here. We're getting everyone's stressing me. Let's see. This is the Harry Potter game I always wanted since I was the annoying kid that never shut up. The expansive map, tons of challenges, and the mini quests to do, along with the graphics, it's excellent.
Yes.
And it has character customization too. Woohoo! What impact do you see the character having in the MCU going forward? I'm not interested in the character, and the trailer didn't convince me at all, but I'll still watch it if nothing else. You're talking about Kamala. I think it's just because superhero-dom has been my life literally since birth. It's very rare that I ever see a superhero trailer that I'm just like, I have no interest, like none. So I don't know how to get you interested, Mr. E. I can just tell you that if you're not interested, I can tell you you're gonna see her a lot going forward.
Yes, you are.
If you don't like her now, you either better just get used to it, accept it, or just be willing to just omit half of what you're about to see over the next 5 to 10 years. Because not only will you see her this year, but she's in the Marvels that comes out next year. So it'll be back to back. So again, I'm never here to try to convince people to like what I like. If you don't like it, no problem, but just understand she ain't going nowhere. So get used to it. Like Trayvon accepting that Hawkeye wasn't going to die in his own show. He had to just accept that. He had to accept
it. Passing the mantle. Thought he was gonna die to do it. It's all right.
You do know there's other ways. What do you think companies do when like a father that owns a company hands it to his son? He doesn't hand them the keys and drop dead.
I mean, sometimes
they die.
Take them out back.
They're not a superhero, but they're not superheroes though. So
neither is Hawkeye.
And sometimes they die and leave.
So you mean to tell me that he traveling all that way to that strange ass world, watch his best friend die, then have to come? You was disrespectful.
I think anyone could do that. The man shoots a bow and arrow. He has no superpowers.
Really well, actually.
Do not make me
he has
disrespect
precision
that man
skills. Peak human precision.
First of all, if you disrespect Batman in any facet, you're not a Batman fan. I keep trying to tell you, you're not a Batman fan.
No, I will do it to
Batman.
be petty. I will do it to be petty.
You're only hurting you. You're supposed to love
No,
Batman.
I am not. No, I'm not. I'm not hurting myself.
Anyway, that's all the questions that we got in there. Thank you, Mr. E, for your questions. I've learned so much about you guys. I've learned Billy Bob Thornton crushes.
Tobey Maguire.
I've learned that somebody wants to be the Mrs. of Thugonomics. I've just learned I've learned so much. I've learned so much.
That's hilarious.
This is the last time I share with y'all.
Ash, I'm putting
lie
John
next
Cena
time.
everywhere.
I love John Cena as well right now.
I'm putting John Cena everywhere.
I will lie.
It's okay. You're getting John Cena. Jayla's getting Billy Bob Thornton.
You know what? Look, I already said it. Don't make me say it again.
You see this? You see
Don't
this?
Let him bait you.
This is the mess. You see him? You see this? Yeah, this is him. This is him.
Yeah,
I already admitted
we're
to
a mess.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have to correct you to admit it again, all right?
Okay. I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with anybody's.
At all.
No, there's nothing wrong with anyone said. I just Ash, that was a dude. He's
a nice man, all right? John Cena is a nice man.
It was, you know what?
He's done so many Make-A-Wishes.
The arc with the dad. It was when him and Randy Orton were beefing, and I had to pick a side. And then, Randy kicked his dad in the head. No, I did.
But we were talking about crushes. So did you have a crush on Randy Orton too?
No. He was the bad guy. He was the bad guy.
Oh, but you were saying you had to choose between the two. I thought you were saying you liked them both, but you went.
She said she went with her man, John Cena. Just let it go.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Let it go.
No problem. I'm sorry. Okay.
I was there for the drama. So I wanted to see the villain win, but I had to be loyal.
It makes perfect sense, really.
Exactly.
I completely understand it.
I get it. Okay. All right. I want to thank Ash of Thugonomics. I want to thank Didge. I want to thank Trayvon, and I want to thank Jayla. Thank you, Jayla, for joining. I hope we have not ruined this experience.
Are you coming back?
I think I can come back.
Because look, it was tame. There was no AJ. If there was an AJ here, it would have been way worse.
You guys have really built AJ up.
See,
so I'm
I
even
definitely
more
would have
excited.
lied. If AJ was here, I would have lied.
AJ is the boogeyman for sure. AJ is
oh my god.
He is not that bad.
He's not that bad.
You're right. You're right.
Not that bad at all.
You're right. I'm sorry. He's the Baba Yaga of this show.
Yikes.
Dang.
Yikes.
All right.
No,
He just had a bad movie experience too.
Wait, he didn't like the movie?
No, the crowd was terrible.
Oh, I can't wait to throw that in his face. All right, let's hurry up and go there.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So Jayla, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you do come back. The seat's always open for you. Whenever you want to come in, be part of it going forward. You're part of it.
Oh, okay? I'm gonna be annoying guys all the time.
Oh, perfect. Look, don't say that because I'll annoy you. So don't jump into it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take a week, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Process this a little bit. Take your time. Didge, I always appreciate you, man, joining in. I want to give Didge and the entire Geek Set family a shout out. They made it to Forbes. They're in Forbes, man. They made it to Forbes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you guys. I definitely appreciate that. We were able to announce our documentary that we also have coming. We're doing a Black Geek documentary. We haven't gotten too far into. We just sort of did the announcements. Work's starting now, but I'm excited to get started on that and really share that moving forward. It's gonna be a fun time.
That's
absolutely
awesome.
Man, I can't wait. And what I'm gonna do for you guys, Didge, because I want to enhance the entertainment. I'm gonna splice the clip of Ash confessing her love for John Cena, and you can put that in that doc.
Oh God.
Right?
I will not show up ever again on this podcast. I will listen.
Wait, Ash, hold on.
I will.
You won't let me make the NFT. You won't let me make the NFT.
I will leave the group chat. I will block you.
You do love the block. That is true. You love the block.
Thank you.
Can I at least make the NFT then?
No.
Anyway.
I'm copyrighted. I will sue you.
You are not copywritten.
Absolutely,
You definitely are not.
Absolutely,
I'm gonna make that NFT. I'm gonna work with AJ. I'm gonna make that happen.
She didn't give you the rights to her likeness, so no.
Exactly. Thank you.
What?
You make an NFT. You make something that is a replica of this. Yeah. I'm suing you.
It might be worth the sue. It might be worth it.
Wow.
The idea for the NFT that I have, it might be worth it, Ash. I'm going to be straight up with you. It might be worth it. It might be worth it. I'll set money aside now.
All this in Women's History Month. Y'all don't respect us.
Hey, wait, before we go, y'all really going to tell me Sausage Party isn't a rom-com?
Oh,
No.
wow.
Oh my God. Okay,
All right,
bye.
guys. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us for another episode of GVN Talk. Stay tuned next week. I might do a special Halo show. I'm gonna get with my fellow Halo nerds, and see what we can come up with. And then obviously the week after, we'll be bringing back the Marvel Cinematic Review show to break down Moon Knight. So get ready for that. Every Wednesday, we'll be breaking down Moon Knight. I've said it before. We'll try to get some other guests on there, whether it's writers or whatever. Some of our nerdy, like our famous nerdy friends that we have. We'll see if we can get some of them to stop through. So stay tuned for that, guys. But until next time.